was rushing out. I took a shower. Hey Boa. Hey Sothis. Yeah, there's a new banner. We're gonna check it out in a moment. Welcome everyone. Sorry for being late. I probably spent 22 hours this weekend sleeping. Not counting Sunday because I haven't slept yet. Just catching up on sleep I've been missing. Oh my god. Can we all agree on something? If someone doesn't learn, we can just ban them, right? Vampires take baths? Yeah, of course. Unlike you, I'm not imaginary. Is it that time already? Yeah, it's ban Sogma time. Alright, so I see the video. I'm downloading it right now. I didn't get a chance to grab water, so let me just put in my straw for my tea. And then let's begin this. Spoilers, there's characters on the banner? Yeah, please don't spoil. I know I'm making you guys wait for a moment, but I really want to put my straw in before we begin. Alright. I'm good to go. Let's do it. You fried chicken, butter, bin, biscuit eating mofos. How did you know? I actually did have fried chicken today. In the States, do you guys have this chicken place called Mary Brown's? They're really, really good. I've been trying them out since this week, early this week. Really? They might just be Canadian. Let me show you guys. I can't just show you straight up because I think I'll get doxxed. Alright, before we begin. Why is this showing you my screen? It's weird. Hold on, let me try and fix that. I'm not... So I talked about this previously. This is not my screen. This is me remote desktoping into my server PC. I don't know why it's showing up. Oh, because it counts as Chrome. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, it's Chrome remote desktop. This way I can play like my gachas at work while working. Okay, there you go. Okay, I didn't understand that. Now that makes more sense. Anyways, this is the place I've been trying out. Mary Brown's Chicken. Yeah, they are Canadian. That's why. Canadian fast food. 300 locations across Canada. Their pieces of chicken are even bigger than KFC. Okay, well that's pretty easy to do because KFC uses the smallest chicken ever. It's even bigger than Popeyes. But I've been trying them out. They're really good.
Hello there.
Alright, let's do this already. Sorry for making you guys wait. Hey Tarantula, how you doing? How's the best Tarantula ever? Alright, I think we're good to go. Chat, let me ask you something. I already know to answer this, but I'm gonna ask you guys anyways. Hydrate, thanks, Stunt. I need to hydrate. Oh my goodness. Yesterday, I was playing Nikkei, and I was asking if people pulled on the Sakura and Rosanna banner. And I mentioned I'm doing Faye at the same time. And then Sugma, everyone's giving me their answers, right? They're like, oh yeah, I pulled, I didn't pull, you know, how many copies I got. And then all of a sudden Sugma's just like, that means you pulled for Celica's banner off stream, didn't you? And in his mind, that's reasonable to do because I mentioned I was gonna do Faye in the background, and because I asked which banners people pulled on in Nikkei. Nobody! I've never seen someone so obsessed with Fire Emblem Heroes that he can't piece together anything at all. Like, I'm literally asking about another game with characters from another game. There's nothing to mistake in here, and he just wants to drag it into Faye. Dude, this game is so mid. Okay, I'm not even disparage you on this. At this point, I'm done defending Faye. Want me to post a link for a trailer? No. If you create a trailer thumbnail for tonight, you should put a piece of fried chicken on the main banner unit's face. Keck W. Why? No one's gonna understand that. Alright, we ready to go? Sorry, I was waiting for the ad to end. That's why I was talking a bit more than usual. Faye is the G word. You know, earlier today, I know, sorry chat, I'm just waiting for the ads to end for everybody. For those who don't know, when we drop on a stream, even at the start of the stream, you're gonna get an ad no matter what, even though we should be in ad-free time. So I'm just waiting for a moment so people can not be distracted or blocked by ads before we begin. But anyways, real quick. I was watching a video earlier today, a YouTube video, first shot in 2015, and the guy said the R word. He said Sega is the R word. Now, I have nothing against that. But you know how people are nowadays, right? Why do people act like it wasn't just fairly normal, if not common, to hear gamers talk with these words? Even in like social things, like, you know, Twitter posts, Facebook. No one uses Facebook anymore, but that was in 2015. YouTube videos, like, it was normal. But nowadays, you see people going back in time and trying to cancel people because they use these words. Even though, like, nearly 10 years ago, yeah, that shit was normal. No one would have blinked twice if you said that about a company or something. Like, whatever. You know, it blows my mind how people are like so obsessed with canceling people nowadays that they don't even take in context of things. Like, this is gonna be so off topic, but we're gonna start in a moment anyways. But I'll just say it. What if I call someone's family like slave owners, and you'd be like, well, that's insane. Yeah, like 300 years ago, they could have been slave owners, but no one would do that because the context doesn't even make any sense, right? Like, you have to keep in mind the day and age you're in. Yet, I see people go back in time and try to cancel people over words they use in a video when it wasn't crazy back then. Like, man, it's just stupid. If people can understand, like, the example of the slave owners, why can't they understand, like, just context in general? Whatever. No, I'm not protecting the usage of the word. I'm just saying context matters. Did you know Sonic collabed with Lost Claudia? No. We don't need a filter. Alright, well, anyways, I just thought this stuff was hilariously stupid. Like, just ignore everything else, zoom in on one thing, try ruin people's careers and everything. Don't care about context, nothing matters. Alright, sorry. Okay, everyone ready? Let's go, let's do this. I wasn't trying to go that deep into things, but I think that was one of the best examples you can give. Not to mention, for example, your parents probably dealt with segregation, or your grandparents dealt with segregation in their lives because it wasn't removed at the time. Like, it's not that far to go back in time to see things that are like clearly wrong, right? But you can't just go back and like cancel your grandparents or something, you know what I mean? Like, that wouldn't make any sense. Alright, anyways, let's begin this. Let me pause the music. Oh yeah, there's a new soundtrack I wanted to show, play in the background tonight, because, I don't know if you guys know of these guys, Alohi? They used to be known as Lone Alpha, they changed their names. But their music is so good, and just released one of their new summer album. And it's royalty free, so I can actually play it for you guys. Alright, let's do this. By the way, before we begin, last 2 weeks, I haven't been streaming a lot. I had visitors from another country, so we had to show them around my area, and I had to keep them company. Last week, I just started a new job on Wednesday. I didn't even know I was gonna get the job. I've been doing job interviews. Even last week, I was doing job interviews. So my schedule has been a mess. If you noticed, you probably would have noticed if you guys were longtime viewers. I've been streaming so little. Like, generally speaking, I stream just about every day. But in the last month, I've only streamed 17 days, which is so little compared to what I usually do. That isn't the norm. It's just the two events happen side by side. So going forward, it'll be a consistent stream schedule again. It's just I'm going to have to stream less overall because now that I'm working, and not just working, but like, this doesn't sound like a lot for people, but this really messes me up. I now have to get to work at 8:30, so that's 30 minutes earlier, and I still work 9 to 5, so that means I work 30 minutes more, and I haven't worked in a long time, so yeah, it's gonna take a long time to like get my energy levels to or feel good enough to stream after work. But yeah, just bear with me. It'll be a bit chaotic for the next while as I try and reset the schedule. Also, my sleep schedule is terrible. Last week, I get between an hour and a half to 3 hours of sleep per day. So it's been really bad. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin this. But I wanted you guys to know, so you guys don't have to ask if I'm dead or something, which I am, but like, dead. Alright, let's go. That is GBA music, and recognize it any day. A new ascending hero joins the battle. What? No way. Blossoming talent. Oh my. Okay. Really pause. Just excuse me. Amelia. Do you guys remember? At one point in the game, Amelia was the best hero, period. Training BST, armor, speedy armor, axe. Like, fast axers, rare. Armor heroes back in the day, rare. Training BST, rare. And she gave armor march, so an armor hero that didn't even act as an armor hero? Oh my god, that's such a throwback.
This armor, still so heavy after all this time.
Okay, Caillou, your art is dated, my guy, but this genuinely feels like it's out of the GBA. That's the general change. She's gonna toss that thing and then like pull it back. Oh my god, that's so legendary. Oh, she's a Lancer now. Lancer, armor, VA, live, Strander. Wait, is that actually her original VA? It's been forever. But that art, it's so plain. I know it's a throwback, but so plain. Oh my goodness.
But I am strong.
Oh man, all the Secret Stones characters too. Savior, of course. No longer moving extra. Obsidian Tactics, Armored Beacon, Lance of Grado. Okay. We'll read them afterwards. Clever Fighter. Oh my god. People used to love running its earlier iteration on air back in the day. And Speedy
Nintendo,
Far
why are
Save.
you doing this to me? Bro, a Sacred Stones banner now. And right before sale. What my fucking hot dude.
Dude, I loved Amelia. If you guys ever played Sacred Stones, she starts off terribly, but because she's a trainee, she becomes one of your best characters by the end of it. Oh my goodness.
All I've got.
Oh my goodness. It's almost CYL time, right? So, it's almost been a year since Vogue showed up. Show her what's good. Wait, 2 battles? Oh, the special.
You won't pass me.
Okay. Healing. It's probably a very standard armor hero for nowadays. Alright, a new hero. Unfettered Knight.
Yeah, I'm Ford. I'm working hard at not overextending myself today.
Ford. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I'm Ford. I'm working hard at not overextending myself today.
Sorry, I didn't pause in time. Ford, it's Ford. Sword Cav, VA's Alex Bankier, Ars is Narus Roko. There's almost no chance he's gonna be good. I don't believe this. IS has been really bad at making Cavs good as of late.
Literally my first V game for 2.
You're serious?
They're gonna go after the whales of this one. Oh shoot, was Amelia's stats out? We'll check afterwards. 40 HP, 61 attack. Ooh, debuffs. I don't know by what though. Probably 6, so 44 speed. 30 defense, probably 6, 36 defense, and then 18 res. Yeah, there's almost no chance he's good. No way. No way. It's 2024. This is not the time. Speed, defense, unity. Why are you trying this in 2024? My goodness.
C skill was more than they could afford. Nim smug.
Oh, that is such a bad pun. Yes, they couldn't afford. Haha. Ha. A C slot. You're right. S tier near trace 4. Oh my god. There's no chance he's gonna be good. Okay, his sword's probably fairly good, but look, we've seen so many Cav heroes as of late, and they've all virtually been bad. The range Cavs are amazing, but the physical Cavs, it's so rare for them to be good nowadays. A free spirit knight who takes on penalties at the start, but turns them into stat bonuses during combat. Okay, so maybe Unity and Sword, Unity and A slot. That's the idea.
Whatever happens, happens.
Okay. Oh, it was -7. Okay, that's a bit better. 45 speed, 37 defense. No way. Wow. You guys saw that, right? They paused the entire damn thing just to show us he has Kanto in his B slot. Are you kidding me? What was that about? Okay. Founding King?
I admit,
Man.
our independence cost some lives.
Alright. I didn't get to talk about this because, again, work, people coming over, so I never got to do this part of the data mine. Nevalier, do you guys actually like this dude? I'm going to apologize. I don't give two shits about this dude. He's very annoying in Tempest Trials, but I literally do not care at all. At all. I know he's going to be good, so you don't have to tell me that part. But as a character, there's like nothing to him. He's so flat. Anyways, everyone's free of their opinions. You can disagree. You can say I'm stupid. That's all good. But that's my feelings on him. I don't know why they're even bothering with this. It's just like, if you're going to go through all this trouble to make this great reveal, why is the character so flat? Anyways, Cav Archer, VA, AJ Beckles, and artist is Daisuke Izuka,
But
great
I don't
artist.
regret it for a second. Exactly.
40 HP, 67 attack, 55 speed, 19 defense, and 13 res. Wow, he's super fast, super min-max. Oh, it's because of A slot. And yes, he's not a mythic because it's the same idea as Niffle and Musful, and now Nivelier. Right, they're all not mythics. They're this like special class of heroes, but they're not actually special. All right, AoE makes sense because he's using Verge of Death, Blazing Thunder, and then Nivelier, Ballista. I mean, we already know this, but I'll read it later. Seal, defense, res. Hold up. Hold up. I thought for sure this man would get a perf skill. Yo, what are they doing? He's literally just a normal hero. There's nothing special about him at all.
No perf skill. Burrow got Letitia'd. He's washed low.
Yeah, he got Letizia, but Letizia was not she wasn't. Letizia is like, there's nothing special about Letizia, right? She's like, quote unquote, the leader of the order of whatever the heck, but she's like, in other words, another Anna, but just on, you know, another the enemy side. That's essentially why she isn't anything special, and why. But like, this dude's supposed to be special. What are they doing? Wow. Can we set dead on arrival? This is dead on arrival. There's no chance. During turns 1 of 4, he can grant himself Cancer 4. Oh, wow, so special. Has a powerful AoE special. Also grants Hexblade to allies. Look, man, that's not enough. Why did they do this? Look, we complain all the time in this game about power creep, but there's a way to make a hero interesting and unique without power creeping. This is not the way. His animation's pretty cool, I guess. A new Attune hero. Oh, of course. The Resolute Princess.
Somehow, I sense that my brother's strength is flowing through me.
This Erica actually looks like Erica. Do you guys remember when we got Brave Erica? For a while, Erica's just looked like Lynn's because of the artist. But at least the best Erica, I'm presuming until I'm just gonna presume. This is gonna be the best Erica until for a long time, and I'm glad she actually looks like Erica. VA Kira Buckland, and the artist is Azutaro. Infantry Axer.
God damn it, Ice. Why are you trying to take my money and axe, Erica? I feel so targeted right now. Oh man, I need to sit
I didn't know
down
you like
and
Sacred
rethink some
Stone so
things,
much.
bro. My bank account specifically. I literally haven't spent money since Flame Rinka, and she was a goddamn 4-star focus.
Dude, I'm glad you're falling for it. Someone's gotta keep this game alive. By the way, how many of you guys have played Sacred Stones? I actually never finished Sacred Stones because I didn't want the story to end. It's been so
Erica
long.
got second place in her SIL and has 2 new alts. Marion and Gatekeeper won that SIL and got no alts. Hubble Retif?
Can we just all admit that IS is not smart? IS, I think, has among the worst business sense I've ever seen. Period. Flat.
Wow, they're really trying to hype up eventual Emblem Erica halal.
Yes. Emblem Erica is going to be a thing. So that's why I'm saying I'm assuming this is going to be the best Erica for a while because obviously we're going to wait for Emblem Erica. Now, real quick, this is an Ether Raids chat. There's only 4 heroes, no mythic heroes, and the only reason this works is because they're running fewer heroes. There's only 4 heroes on this team. Wait. Could they have lost a hero by now? No, they haven't. Never mind. But yeah, this is so wacky. They're showing an Ether Raids map with a non-Ether Raids team, and had they been forced to place heroes properly, they would have lost somebody. Oh, she has a new special, Gust. And D bonus doubler's back. That's such a great A slot. Sisterly Axe. Yeah, they are running out of ideas. Moonlight, oh my gosh. Moonlight Bango Q. All right, another Bangle B slot
Sacred
variant.
Stones was my first Fire Emblem.
Dude, really? I think Sacred Stones was my first Fire Emblem, and then I stopped partway through and then played Fire Emblem, like with Lyn and the Blazing Sword. But yeah. Anyways, Null C Disrupt E. Neutralize effects to prevent units counterattacks during combat. Sorry, I had to laugh at this. Do you guys remember when we just got... Like, there are so much more broken things than just Null C Disrupt. It's just Null C Disrupt. I just gotta laugh at that.
My favorite lord.
E. Also, yeah, why is it E? Erica's your favorite lord, for reals? Her attune skills ensures her counterattacks. She counters before taking a hit, then triggers her special.
How's this?
Oh my god. Dude, I don't know about you guys. That's always such a, I don't know what the accurate word for it, but like those consecutive multiple triggers of skills always makes me so happy. I was gonna say turns me on, but that's totally wrong. But I always, like, in the Fire Emblem games, when you have, like, 20 triggers before your actual attack, oh, man. There's something about that that's always so special. Yeah, no, this is ridiculous. Ugh. The power creep, man! Oh my god. 83 times 2? There's no way Erica wins this, come on.
With Ephraim's might!
Oh, no way! For those who don't remember, Kvaser has like 70%. Is it 70% damage reduction? That's why I was like, there's no way you win this. No, she just wins. Flat out. Alright, that's it. Your new banner is Sacred Stones. And your new free hero isn't shown off. And we do fight the muscular dude again. Is he gonna die this chapter? Banner begins on the 16th. Hey. Oh, there it is. It's Kyle. Damn. It's maybe because of South Park I like certain names more. Kyle, Zealous Knight, also appears as a non-focused 3 and 4-star hero. Alright, non-color sharing banner. Good. I thought you were calling my name for a second. Oh. Oh, Kyle. I didn't say Kyle reroll. Can someone give Kyle a shout out? He's been streaming more. He's been playing ZZ. The fact that almost every Erica alt is glazing about her brother, Ephraim, she definitely sees him as an incestuous love interest. Like, come on. Look, I used to make jokes about incest until people literally took me seriously. I'll be honest, I'm still gonna make jokes about incest in this game. And you're playing Fire Emblem. For those who forgot, Fire Emblem actually does do incest. You idiots. Like, I hate when people take moral grounds in Fire Emblem. Yeah, man, it's not like they didn't do all these dark, terrible things. Literally every game involves child soldiers, and you're gonna get on my case about incest. Yes, I always play it around as that, like, Erica and Ephraim are always gonna end up together. But if you ever, like, played Sacred Stones and you read the dialogue...
I'm gonna go take a hit of my inhaler. This fucking banner is after me.
Good luck, Raven. Good luck. Let me know how well it goes for you when you pull on the banner. And yeah, enjoy your inhaler. But, like, if you ever, like, paid attention to the dialogue... Dude, it totally feels incestuous. That's not just like, oh, formal brother and sister stuff. My goodness. And Faye has done nothing to dispel those notions. Come on. That's like the Oni-sama stuff. You know what I mean? All right, let me catch up with the chat before we begin. All right. Eric Carmen. God damn it, Kyle. Yeah. Now I just need Kenny. Hey Shay, how you doing? Erica probably shits on the entire meta, probably.
You have to respect that Erica and Ephraim can save money with one wedding. Lol.
Yeah, if dowries aren't a thing anymore, but yeah, as a family, yeah. Keeping it family. GHP is Glenn, the final Grado General. Thank you, Lightning. I recently pulled for Emblem Celica, and now this happened. It's definitely targeting me. I didn't even pull for Celica, but I wanted to. FE Genealogy was just the worst to me. Honestly, chat, why do people take so much offense to incest in the video game? I don't understand. Like, it's not IRL, dude. It's like... Chat, let me ask you guys. We've had this talk in the past. It's so degenerate, but, like, it's true. It's true. Name me one video game or anime or any media where, well, in Japan, I don't know about Western media, so that's probably wouldn't be fair. From Japan, where there's an incestuous relationship and then their child gets born with like five toes, 5 toes, 3 arms, 1 eye, like missing half a lung, deformed, 2 inches tall. Like, no, I've never seen a Japanese author or media creator make like a deformed child born of incest, all right? Incest is only bad because the kid you born, like you give birth to, like you have, is probably gonna have a bunch of health issues. But in a fictional universe, the author's not like, I'm gonna just fuck up this child. You know what I mean? I'm gonna write that their kid, that after we built this entire series up, is like has 1 arm and a tail and looks like a bat. You know, like, what am I that would never happen. So what's the issue? Yeah, imagine a show on that. Yeah, that's why I'm like always weirded out when people like overly think about these things. Like, that would never happen. What's the problem? Like, anyways. They will never show deformities. It would ruin the illusion. Yeah, it would. It absolutely would. Imagine you like watched anime for 24 episodes and then the main character picks his sister and then you get to the epilogue and they have like a deformed kid. Oh my god, I gotta stop laughing at this. Imagine Orimo. That's the ending of Orimo, for example. Like, that would never happen. You imagine the outcry from fans. Like, what the heck?
Incest jokes are bleh. She literally says I love you to Lion during their final battle. She talks about Ephraim because she looks up to him. It's just sibling adoration.
All right, Raven, whatever you say. Are you saying Elm was created via incest? No. Come to Alabama sayings. We actually looked that up. In Alabama, incest is still illegal. Why do people say that? Sacred Stones is special to me. Molder always ends up being good somehow. I hope he's a GHB so I can replace one of my Arena Core units. It's not Molder, unfortunately. It would have been cool. We're getting the final Gradle General instead. Well, what if the deformities in Fire Emblem universe are just a different colored hair? Likely not, but still. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yusubano Hirika.
Oh my
Alabama,
god.
were released alone.
Does anyone understand Sugman's reference?
Incest kids were pretty common.
I swear you're actually crazy.
That's why so many characters had lazy eyes. Nan smug.
No. No, you can't say that. No one understands your reference. Congrats, Sugma. Why do you do this? Most animes do a cop-out long before reaching that phase. Most don't even have a triad child. Yeah, I know. Most were like, oh, we're actually half siblings, or we're adopted, or they're actually my cousin. What? Damn it. I watched an anime called My Sister Is Among Them, I think. Yeah, Nakaimo. What did I give this? Oh, I didn't rate it. I watched this and wait, no, it wasn't this. It wasn't this. Oh, it's this. Oni I watched Oni I. They end this okay. Look, there's almost no like actual incest animes out there. But the way they end this one is like so sad because after watching this stupid thing for 12 episodes, you get the grand reveal. He says it literally like the last line before the anime ends. He's like, "Oh, we're not actually blood related." I can't believe they did that. Like, don't wait 12 episodes to reveal that. Don't play up this entire, oh, will it be incest, will it not be incest? Then the very last line in the anime is, oh, we're not actually blood related. What a piece of shit author. I will never forget this ending because of that. It was just like, who does that? Ugh, anyways. All right, we're so off topic. Let's talk about the banner. Goddamn. What's the reference? I don't get it. You're not gonna get it anyways, because if even if he explains it, it won't matter. It won't mean anything. Yosuga no Sora is an incest anime visual novel, but for whatever reason he says Yosuga no Erica, and he tries to make that connection, and then he brought in Alabama. Like, it doesn't make sense to anyone, but it makes sense to him. But he's basically schizo, so whatever. All right. Let's get this. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Oh, okay. So sorry, chat. I have a lot of energy. I spent like 12 hours sleeping, so my brain's actually working. But when my brain works, it's going to go to the deepest recesses of my mind to bring out really obscure and random connections. All right. Let's go over the banner. Now that I've sufficiently scared off everybody who actually cares about Fire Emblem. Which is worse, incest, or what Arvis did? I don't think what Arvis did was that bad. Okay, it's still pretty bad, but not that bad. Is this a skipper summon? Let's find out. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, it's official. It is a Sacred Stones banner. My goodness. Chat, is Sacred Stones among the biggest banners remaining? or like the banners you're looking forward to remaining. Not that they're gonna stop, but like, I could have never imagined them going for Amelia again. Oh my goodness. I still have clips saved up from back in the day when Amelia was terrifying. Did you know Amelia could solo entire teams by herself? The best arena unit was Amelia. It's true. Does anyone remember those days? Now, it is 2024, so it'll be a miracle if she's that good again. But back in the day, she was terrifying. Anyways, oh, you want a God Seth banner? That's right. We still don't have one singular good Seth. That's insane. I mean, we do have Summer Seth, I guess, but that's not good either. Anyways, the new Lance Amelia, her art isn't my favorite, but it's very, it's charming, if nothing else. It reminds me of her old art. She is now a Savior unit. She has Armor Beacon, Lancer Grado, and Obsidian Tactics. So you guys know what Armor Beacon does. Excellent, excellent special slot. Considering she is going to have a high defense, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And then damage reduction, always great. Okay, we're going to start with Obsidian Tactics. She never had a perf before, so this is big. Armor March debuted with her, so that was really special back in the day. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is 75% or above at start of combat. Wait, was it Armor March? I think it was. It's been a while. Grants attack speed, defense res +9 a unit during combat, and the following effects occur during combat based on value of X. X equals total number of bonuses. Effects active on unit and allies in 2 spaces of unit, excluding stat bonuses. If greater or equal to 1, inflicts attack defense minus X times 2 on foe, maximum 12. If greater or equal to 3, unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. So, wow, distant counter built into B slot. If greater or equal to 5, reduces the percentage of foe's non-special reduced damage by X%, skills by 50%. What the frig? That's so good. Wow. Guaranteed stats, even more stats based on debuffing your opponent, distant counter, and then damage reduction. Wow, that's like that's so much. Jeez, that's an amazing A slot. That's one of the best in the entire game. That's possibly 21 stats effectively, distant counter, and then 50% damage reduction. That is so good. Alright, Lancer Grado, Slaying. At start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, defense res +6, cooldown the charge +1 per attack during combat, and utilize foe's bonuses during combat to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. So, you hit her, she armor beacons. That's basically the idea. Or she attacks and she's ready to armor beacon. No matter what you do, she's really, really good at armor beacon. If units within 3 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to units. Attack speed defense res equals 5 plus number of allies in 3 spaces of unit times 3. Maximum 14. That'll be easy. She's a savior. Neutralize the unit's penalties and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40% during combat. It means first and second strike, so it's the modern good version of it. And restores 70 HP to unit after combat. Okay, it is literally everything you could ever want. She's so solid. Clever Fighter, which is new. Attack speed -4 on foe. Neutralizes effects that guarantees foes follow-up attacks and effects that prevent units follow-up attacks. Nice. Increases the speed difference necessary for foe to make a follow attack by 10 during combat. Really nice. And also, if unit speed is over foe speed -10, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 10. Wow. It's so good. That's insane. This is better than before because it's damage reduction, not percentage damage reduction. It's just actual damage down. And because she gets null follow-up and stats, and it's now dual phased. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Was the older version not dual phased? I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Man, it's been so long. It's so easy to forget at this point. But you put this all together, she's amazing. And at the end of it, it's AS Far Save, which adds more speed, which enables her skills even better. Yeah. It's just straight up better than Savvy Fighter. Wait, is this still if phony shits? Let me double check. Oh, Savvy 4. Oh, okay. I was like, did I actually read this wrong? I'm not tired tonight. Oh my goodness. Chat, this is amazing. She's so stupidly good. Her devoted training pays off as she elevates her allies, takes range attacks for them, then counterattacks. This is one of the best heroes I've seen in a long time. But she's not... You know what? She's not actually ridiculous. She's still amazing. Don't get me wrong. I think this is the best saber we've gotten since Myrrh.
Yeah, this is basically Savvy 5. This could very well be 400 SP.
Could it be 400 SP? If it's 400 SP, this is gonna really change things up. And she's gonna have Training Beastie. There's almost no way this isn't. This is gonna be so top tier, chat. Yeah. Let's rank things, all right? Lancegrado, S tier weapon. You can't argue otherwise to that. So many stats, support, healing, damage reduction, and slaying, and also immediate armor beacon. Obsidian Tactics, S tier A slot. Clever Fighter, one of the best B slots in the entire game, and that you can inherit, by the way. And she uses it perfectly. And as a far save hero, yeah, like this is virtually perfect. It just, like, it would have been really cool if she could move like the old Amelia. So not like an armor, or if she had like armor, she wasn't worried about armor effective weapons. I think that's the only way she could have gone any better. Outside that, like, I think she's perfect. Like, take away bonuses, cannot be penalized, no fault, healing, like, it's everything's there. Anyways. Can dual Leon kill her? I'm gonna be interested in seeing that. Burn damage is one of the best ways to deal with saber heroes. We'll find out. I don't think it's a guarantee. Dual Leon has been getting beat by a lot more heroes nowadays. Anyways, Unfettered Knight. This will go really quick because we're just going over the weapons here. It's Ford. Jeez. Why is it like every cav from Sacred Stones that is not named Erica or Ephraim? Well, I guess Duso's good, or was good. But yeah, like, I don't think they can make any good calves in this game outside of the main characters. Anyways, Luna, Speed Defense Unity, SD and your Trace 4. I know you have to eventually release Speed Defense Unity, but man, it's so late. Why even bother? What about Orson? What about Orson? Wild Wind Sword Slaying. At start player phase or enemy phase, inflicts speed defense -7 on unit through unit's next action. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. That... I can just stop reading right now. That's so half-baked. Oh my god, why would they do that? That's so half-baked, man. They give him speed defense unity, and they're like, how are we gonna make this interesting? What if we just debuff him at start of turn every time for speed defense -7? That's so half-baked. Oh god. Alright, at start of combat, unit's HP is 25% or above. Grants all stats +5. Bonus to attack speed defense res during combat equals current penalty on each of those stats ×2. This is why I'm saying it's half-baked. I knew they were gonna do something like that. Why don't you make it all stats? Like... What, were you worried about Ford being too good or something? Like, what is this thinking? Anyways, unit deals damage equals total penalties on unit times 1.5. Great. Neutralizes effects that guarantees foes follow attacks, effects that prevent units follow attacks, no follow up. Great. Reduces damage from foes first attack by 40%. That's just copy and pasting. And then 7 HP healing. Oh my god, stop with this copy and pasting. Okay. I know I'm bitching about it. You don't need to tell me. But my god. Do you know the amount of stats, the amount of copy and paste they're doing nowadays is driving me insane. 7 HP healing, 4% damage reduction stats. Guess which hero just got all of that? Amelia. Like, every hero gets this stuff nowadays, right? 7 HP healing, 4% damage reduction stats. You know the problem with this? She's getting Obsidian Tactics. She's getting Armored Beacon. What's Ford getting? Ford is getting Speed Defense Unity, Trace 4, and no C slot. You can't do this. You are literally making heroes with no chance of ever being good. What is the point of releasing a hero if you're gonna just be so half-assed about it? All they did was like, oh, hey, we're gonna double dip into speed defense unity by debuffing for him for just speed and defense. Herder, look how smart we are. IS, please. Try harder. There's like zero effort put here. You can't argue otherwise.
ETW. Amelia is the first ascended unit to get a PRF skill without needing to have carried an existing one forward. She locked out hard.
Okay, but to be fair, she is an OG fan favorite from back in the day. But yeah, you're right. She shouldn't have that, absolutely. But is she not ascended? So I guess you can make that argument. Anyways, I'm so sorry, chat. If there's any Ford fans out here, he's fodder. You would never use this guy, you would just fodder him. A free spirit knight is incorrect. A free fodder knight is how they should have summarized this up. This guy is dead on arrival. And I don't understand why they do stuff like this. At least try a bit harder, make him unique, make him interesting. They're just like, we'll just double penalty sack through Unity. That's nothing interesting about that at all. That's the definition. That's not even mid. I think that's below mid at this point. Anyways, Founding King. I don't even like the art. I'm sorry. Chat, if you were to rate Nevelier's art out of 10, what would you give him? I've been forgetting to do this lately. So I'm supposed to poll you guys on how excited you are. But I've been getting distracted before we start as of late, so I haven't been able to do it. So yeah, if you guys are excited about the banner, poll is up on Twitch. Be sure to vote. All right, voting Nevelier out of 10 in terms of art. 4 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 3 to 4 out of 10. Yeah, I think they completely flopped on Nevelier. This is so badly done. I don't even know why they did it like this. But yeah, there's just nothing exciting about him, unfortunately. And you know the worst thing is, like, the cloak covers most of his body, so he doesn't even look particularly interesting. Yeah. I don't want to be a hater, but... IS, that's a big flop. Alright, well, here we go. We have his stats at least. 40 HP, 67 attack, probably 61, or sorry, 60. 55 speed, probably 48. 19 defense, and then 13 res, which you can add 5 and 5 on, I believe. I can't believe this banner is such a flop. Blazing Thunder is whatever. They should have at least made that a perf special. I don't understand why they didn't. Verge of Death. Oh, it's 8 and 8, my bad. We already know what it does. That's pretty good. Nevelier Ballista, if you had we done the data mine, we would have known what it does. You've already dealt with this. It's just annoying to deal with, that's all. It is slaying, effective against flying foes, enables Kanto distant +1, maximum 4 during turns 1 through 4, so he's easily going to retreat 4 spaces. It's just annoying to deal with in Tempest Trials because he's always running away from you. Anyways, additionally, at start turn 1 through 4, special cooldown count -3 to unit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, just because you're slightly better than Regan, who cares? So this is Regan from way back when, but now it's ranged, and now it's AoE instead of... Whatever, man. Grants special cooldown count -1 to allies in 2 spaces of unit. Grants hexblade to unit allies in 2 spaces of unit. At start combat, unit's HP is 25% or above. Attack speed +6 to unit. Grants bonus to unit's attack speed equals 20% unit speed at start combat. Unit deals damage equals 20% unit speed. Reduces damage from foes first attack by 30%. Oh god. They gave him no perf. I can't believe they gave him no perf. Chat, you want to know which hero I would rather use over Nevelier? And they give him a bad B slot. Okay, it's not truly bad. It's just who cares. I understand the thinking because Seal Defense Res is supposed to be utilized with Hexblade, so I get it. But why did you do this? This is pointless. Does anyone remember this hero? How long ago was this hero? I would still just straight up rather use Inoka. What is the point then?
I guess following my own path paid off.
If you can't beat a hero from how many years ago, what is the point? Inoka is just much more interesting and much more useful. Because it's Wings of Mercy 4, Rallying Cry, Attack Speed, Catch 4. Catch 4 is whatever, but Deadeye, Fujin, Raijin, Yumi. This is from May 29th, 2023. Oh, shoot. I guess it wasn't multiple years ago. It's a year and getting close to a year and a half. But no, chat, who would you rather use? This isn't even close. This doesn't even make any sense to me. Yeah, Rallying Cry was really good. What was the point? He can retreat better. Yes, he can. It is not purely better, is what I'm trying to get across. Sorry. Inoka's not purely better. It's not a pure power creep, therefore. But it's such a small advantage, I don't see the point to it. So, the biggest advantage, he AoEs. And he's going to be a really good AoEer. And he has a really good retreat. And he buffs Hexblade, I guess. But outside that, it's not a particularly exciting hero. And I guess people will argue against this because, let's be fair here, you cannot scowl an AoE. And the best way to beat a lot of heroes nowadays is just to AoE them. So, being fair, yeah, I can see the value in that. But I would never go out of my way to grab this dude. It is way too little. I'm pretty sure they're going to do a better job of this in the future. Like, really easily. Hold on. Is there a reason to go Nivelier over, like, Ursula, for example? As another example? Like, it's just... I don't understand what they were doing. This is just not enough. He definitely should have gotten a better B slot. He definitely should have gotten a perf skill. At least make his AoE a perf skill. You know, for the longest time, every hero just seems overly powerful, but this banner, I think it's the first time in a long time where most heroes just don't feel important at all. You can pre-charge other units at least. That's true. My bad. I forgot to mention that. It's Hexblade and pre-charge, yes. Alright, Resolute Princess. And you guys voted 3 out of 5 stars. Still, that's a pretty high mark for a banner with 2 heroes I think are pretty big flops. Anyways, Kira Buckland is retaining her role as Erica. I like the art here. I feel like the art here they did better than Amelia, where it's... You can see the influences from the past, but they still did a magnificent job. Wait, why is this Sonic without burn damage? Alright. Anyways, the big thing about her is you're gonna get Null Seed Disrupt E. So that's nice. And let's go over Sisterly Axe. Sling ability, if unit skill compares unit speed to a foe's or ally's speed, treats unit speed as a grand +7. And remember, she's attuned, so that's very nice. And if unit is within 3 space an ally, grants bonus to unit's attack speed, defense, res equals 5 plus number of foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit times 3, maximum 14. Very hard to dodge because that's just a giant cross. Reduces damage from foes attack by 20% of unit speed. That's just unlimited scaling and true. Reduces damage. Reduces the percentage of foes non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50%. And also when unit deals damage to foe during combat, restores 7 HP to unit. Very, very nice. So, summing it up, Slaying, partial phantom speed, attack speed +6, dodge to unit allies, all stats +5 at minimum, scaling up to another to 14. Reduces damage from foes attack by speed of 20%, 50% damage reduction, 7 HP healing. It's really good. But how is it not going to be good? Come on. Special is Gust, boosts special damage by 50% unit speed when special triggers. And if unit or foe special is ready, or if unit is or foe's special triggered before or during this combat, and if unit speed is or foe's speed, reduces damage from foe's next attack during combat by 40%. Hold up. That's inheritable. I didn't realize that. That's inheritable. Wow, okay. Because I was looking and thinking about our kit as a tuned hero, it didn't seem like, yeah, D-Bonus Doubler is amazing. It is. But the rest of it, I mean, I know you were going to take Null Seed Disrupt E, but times +4 by itself would have been just really lackluster. No, it now makes sense. You're supposed to take Gust. Wow. Okay, I'm a fan of that. Gust is really good. Now, who would use Gust well? It has to be
Gust is literally if Vitalistra and Reflexes never had a split on their offensive
Yes,
and
exactly.
defensive halves, and released in 2024 instead of 2-3 years back low.
Yeah, it feels like a Vital Astra and Godlike Reflexes split. That's a good way of putting it, yeah. You can't spam it as easily. Or can you? Oh, you can. Although Vital Astra is still easier spam, I think. Or is it? Oh my gosh. It won't matter in this case, at least. With Moonlight Bangle, it will not matter, but... Yeah, I guess you're right. Alright, with that said though, D-Bone Stubbler, you guys know what it does. Bone Stubbler plus Distant Counter, what a great combo. Moonlight Bangle, if foe cheats combat and units speed is or foe speed -4, unit can counterattack before foe's first attack, aka advantage. What's the other advantage? The B slot from Byleth or Sothis, Brave Sothis from years back. Inflicts attack speed defense -5 on foe during combat. Unit deals damage equals 25% of foe's defense. Wow. And grants special cooldown count -1 unit before unit's first attack, and special cooldown count -1 unit before unit's first follow-up attack. Wow. And neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. Alright, with TP4, it's just gonna be instant gust. And then, yeah, Knowledge Disrupt E. What a smooth kit. Big damage, tons of stats. You put in the healing, Vantage. Hold on. You know who she's actually kicking ass? Does anyone remember this guy? His name is Dimitri, and he's a Christmas hero. I think that's who she's mostly killing. Yeah, because she's way more survivable than Dimitri. And I don't think she'll struggle killing. She doesn't completely bypass damage reduction like Dimitri does. That's the only thing Dimitri does better, I think. But in terms of everything else, I think Erica will do it way better. And then when you put in a Nullsea Disrupt, Dimitri gets countered by not having Nullsea Disrupt. Wait a sec, can we just put the Nullsea Disrupt on Dimitri? Christmas Dimitri? Huh. You know what, this might have been gotten a lot more interesting than I gave it credit for. And she has access to the Nullsea Disrupt, yeah. NCD is for infantry only. Oh, right, even if it's a tune skill. That's true. Even though it says... Does anyone know why it says this? Why does it say E? Why does it say E, chat? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, Echo! Oh my god. Oh my god! Thank you, Gmo. I may not be tired, but I couldn't figure out why it said E. Oh my god. Alright. My bad. Normally they just put Echo in there, but Echo obviously doesn't fit, so fair enough. Alright. We'll sum it up in a moment. Give me a moment. Felly! I missed you, Felly. It's been like 2 weeks. Also, I'm so surprised to see you here. Chat. Would you ever delete your Faye account? Not to call out anyone or put anyone on the spot, just saying. But I've seen people delete their Faye accounts, multiple people throughout the years. Some of them friends.
Honestly, whoever names these skills need to be fired. Same people who shortened WOM to Mercy Wing to fit the word Echo, lol.
I know, it's so bad. There are better ways to do this, but they'll never figure it out. Why are we still bringing this up? Because you're not the first one. Okay. I'm not gonna name the other one, but we're still friends to this day. He deleted his account to make sure he would never come back, and he's a really big sports fan, and he still likes Fire Emblem, all that. And I always call him the fake magic girl. But yeah, like throughout the years, I have so many friends do that, but I never understand why. Why do people go that far? This game will EOS in like a year or two. I truly believe that. So it will eventually happen regardless. But I still can't be the one to do it. You know, I would feel so guilty about it. I want IS to do it. I want IS to hurt me one more time. That's what. All right. Yeah, never. I did like 3 years, but hell no, yes, no, yeah. I'm keeping Self forever. I would no hesitation screw IS. I might need it for the next Fire Emblem game. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it. In fact, I've never deleted any gacha account because it just feels wrong. Oh shoot, this should have been a topic for with the guys later on. But yeah, it's always been on my, it's always like caught me whenever people have done that. It's always like been interesting. The most interesting one, oh my god. Speaking of Amelia, the biggest Amelia fan I've ever known, with a plus and Amelia and everything, when he quit the game, he gave me his account. And I can still log into it, actually. Maybe we should play on his, oh my god, maybe, you know what, maybe I'll do that sometime. Maybe I'll log into his account and show off what a 2018 Will account looks like with Amelia. But yeah. All right, let me take a quick sip and then let's continue. By the way, chat, what's your favorite tea? I really like chrysanthemum tea. I burned my throat today while eating. Or not the roof of my mouth. Does that count orbs? Why not summon on this banner through it? It does have orbs, but he played on iOS. Did you guys know that? You cannot play Fire Emblem Heroes on both Android or iOS. Okay, no, you can, but the orbs are split. So any orbs earned on iOS stay on iOS. So I don't stream this game through anything but Android, so I'm using a tablet right now. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. He played through iOS, so I wouldn't have no way of accessing his orbs anyways. T sucks? You suck. Alright. Let's summon the banner. Alright guys, that is your banner. Give me your thoughts. I'm telling you now, 100,000% skip. There's no way I'm going for this banner. Why am I not going for this banner? Why can I not comprehend or even think about it? There are lots of reasons. One, Convallaria is an amazing disappointment to me. He is not useless. He is quite good if you care about things like Aether Raid's defense. Summoner, well, actually, Aether Raid's defense, he could actually be negated in multiple ways. So maybe not ARD anymore. Yeah, I could think of multiple ways to make him pretty useless. If you care about Summoner duels, he'll be pretty good as a tank buster. And he'll kill, probably, maybe handle Ikes. I think the TT one kills my Ike. Anyways, I still think he doesn't do enough to justify his existence. It's just whatever. Ford, my god, Ford is one of the most lazy heroes I've ever seen developed by IS. Not much thinking went into that one, that's for sure. He is, at best, a free foddered knight, not a free spirited knight. The only good heroes here, Amelia, but I'll be honest, savior units are getting less and less useful because the Cav tank busters are just so strong nowadays, man. I'm not so sure she'll last. Now, I do think she'll be one of the best savior units released recently, but yeah, savior meta has been on a downturn because of how good tank busters are. Erica is really, really, really nice, but will she definitely be better than somebody like Emblem Ike? Do you guys think she'll be better than Emblem Ike? Now, she is an Axer, and he is a sword hero, but Emblem Ike is stupendously good. And that, though we saw her beat up Sonicy and Kvaser, man, most heroes do that pretty easily nowadays. So I'm just not so sure she's necessary because a hero like Emblem Ike already exists, and a lot of people have her, have him. So why do you need her? So yeah, Amelia and Erica are good, definitely. I'm just not sure if people need to go out of their way to grab either of them. Ford is definitely just a waste, and Convallaria's whatevers. So as a result, I just don't think you can go for this banner. Chooser Legends is almost here, and I've been voting for Bernadetta for years now, so I'm looking forward to her. So when you put it together, I just can't really recommend this banner.
To be able to skip this banner, I couldn't skip even if I tried, lol.
Rest in peace, Raymond. But yeah, I know Sacred Stones fans will go for this, so best of luck for
the
you.
One thing that Emblem I can't use is the I can gauge effect, because he can't engage with himself. I think that units like attuned Erica can get more tanky than the man himself if they use the I can gauge.
I'm not a whale. Chat, I want to bring this forward. I am not a whale. If a hero is 90% of another hero, I'm not pulling for that hero. I'll just keep using the old hero. So even if you're correct, that doesn't change my opinion. And I'd never take the opinion of a whale. Do you know why you should never take the opinions of a whale? Back in the day, we used to have these discussions, and people would always consider it from the side of a whale, which means every single time we get a +10 hero, max flowers, floretted, and nowadays they're going to be having echo skills if they can use echo skills, and obviously perfect builds. But I'm never going to think like that because I can't afford to think like that.
Honestly, Gust is Loki godsend for units that gotta refine that has Doctor Breaking with offensive special
Doctor
environment
Breaking.
low.
Yes, yes, true.
But she might be 110% of Emblemike, not 90% Ninzai if not her. Post CYL units might be.
I've never seen someone miss the point as much as you. You always focus on all the wrong things instead of the point. Chat, I'm sure everyone's dealt with people like this in their lives, where it's just like someone's being so extra, you just don't understand why. You're like, if I was working on a group project, for example, and I'm saying, I'm gonna give my 100%, and then the other guy next to me like, no, you're gonna give your 110%. And then everyone's saying like, yeah, that's the spirit. And you're like, what the fuck is the point of amending that? You know what I mean? Why do people do shit like that? You are missing the point. The point is, I'm gonna give it my all. And you're like, no, you gotta give it more than your all. Like, what the fuck? Why do people do shit like that? Who cares? The point is, I'm gonna do my best. Anyways, that's how Sugma is. That's always how he is. It just drives me up the wall. Trust me, if it's the... Look, if he did it to me 1 time, 2 times, 10 times, he's been doing this to me for years. And I'll never understand. It's just like, you missed the point. What you're saying doesn't change the point. The point remained, alright? Stop. Are we doing the favorite finds today, Nims? No time. I work tomorrow. I have to get up for work at... I have to be at work by 8:30. So.
54 months.
Ruby
This
Sakura,
finally
welcome
makes
back.
me mad because how the hell does a loser like Otter get a PRF skill while the first King Medieval gets nothing? I hate this game so much. Man fataled it.
I know. The Nevalier thing is a massive disappointment. I have no idea what they're doing. They're low-key saying your best isn't good enough. Yeah, Minato. If you look into it even more, it's kind of insulting. But like, I wouldn't do that. Alright. Yeah, if you guys are going for the banner, let me know. Gonna wait until Erica comes back on a better banner. Exactly. That's what I think about this as well. Anyone know what weapon Kyle has? I guess the guys will have that down. I've been busy. Yeah, everyone's been busy. Okay, sorry. The ad's about to run. We're gonna let the ad pass, and we'll have the guys in here. We'll talk about it. The ad's gonna run in like 40 seconds. Can't really delay it. But then yeah, we'll go over the banner of the guys. Nebula should have gone on perf AOE, but alas, that's what I said. Why does he not have perf anything? That doesn't make any sense. All right. Actually, I just got reminded of something. We haven't done our... All right, chat. I just realized we lost access to our server link, so let me reboot it. All right, our Discord link is up online again. Ooh, okay, let's talk over the guys. Wait a second. That was Sugma who said that. Never mind. With Ruby Sakura, I can understand, but Sugma never listens. Never mind. That makes sense. He just never listens. Okay, take your Andaroon. When are we doing the Fae Refines, Nims, if not today? Why do you want to do them so badly? It'll have to be Tuesday. So the ad break is happening right now, chat. I'm going to ask you guys real quick. Next, at the end of the month, we're going to start on Sword Convallaria. I basically stopped making Fae content outside just streaming the game. I don't even know what kind of content I should be making anymore. Ugh. It's been so busy. It's been so busy. I really want to make videos again. But I feel like the ideas and stuff I had from way back when is just way back when. I feel like the way YouTube is trending is just like really short form videos. Talking very focused. Talking like 2 or 3 minutes about like one thing and that's it. Maybe that's what I should be doing going forward. You know what? Let's give it a try. So for those who don't know, at the end of the month, I'm going to be back with Sword of Convallaria. Since I have you guys as eyes right now, let me give you guys. Join the FGC. I think you'd be fit right in like that. I was part of FGC. I don't want to like show it off clearly, but you can probably tell from my personality, I would fit right in because I was part of FGC. Which is to say, I could be really rough and really toxic at times. Absolutely. But that's because I've already been through all of it. Take care, Sothis. I don't know what game to drop for Sword of Sea. I'd rather not play 7 gachas. At least give it a try. Alright, chat. Before we begin, Sword of Convallaria. Let me give you guys a link real quick. Video essays tend to work well. Yeah, they do, but it's going to take too long for me to do it. This game is coming out end of the month. I did tell you guys that going forward, Fae is definitely not going to be like a focus on this channel because IS doesn't care, and I don't think they'll ever fix this game, and I don't believe in a Fae 2 coming in the future. So I got sponsored by Sword of Convallaria. We already did our first sponsor stream and everything for them. The game is not even out yet. It's still in pre-registration. They currently have 2 million pre-registrations right now. It'll be accessible on Steam, which is going to be really big. Here's a Steam client. It is a gacha. It is free to play. However, calling it a gacha wouldn't be correct. The game is essentially 2 games, which is what look, I don't want to keep criticizing IS, but IS is stupid. IS really means is stupid. That's really what it means. This is what they should have done for Fire Emblem Heroes. Or Engage, sorry. The way Sword of Convallaria works is they have a gacha section of the game and a story section of the game. The story section is completely away from the gacha section. The story section is just basically like a full-on game with voice acting, with grand adventure, playing as different factions. Basically, they released 2 games and put it together. So it feels like when they were making this game and they were marketing it, they didn't want to market it as just a game people paid money to buy and play, because they didn't think they would access enough have enough of audience. So they essentially made 2 games. So it's like triangle strategy when it comes to the story, and it's like kind of like Faye when it comes to this. Yeah, I don't want to really say it like that. Kind of like Langrisser Mobile when it comes to the gacha portion of it. It's a really well done game. We've played it already. They did a great job. I think this is something to look forward to. It's coming out at the end of the month. So if you haven't tried it out yet, be sure to use my link. Sign up. I'll be streaming it on launch, and it's officially launching July 31st. So in just 2 weeks, it's almost here. But yeah. Way more heart, way more love put in this than IS is ever going to put in Faye at this point. Also, it's the modern, they're calling NeoPixel art, but it's like HD pixel art, which is crazy because they have all the new level stuff like real-time shading, full screen bloom, dynamic depth of field, HDR, etc. So the game actually looks like a modern game, even though it's pixel graphics. But yeah, this is the end of the month. So going forward, I'm gonna make content for this game quite a bit. But yeah, you can give it a try. It's free to play. Even if you're not a big fan of gacha, it has a fully fledged story element to it, story game to it. Yeah, it's like Tactics Ogre. By the way, it's musician. The music by it in the game is from the guy who did Tactics Ogre. Where does it say it? Yeah, here. Music by Hitoshi Sakimoto. I believe that is the Final Fantasy Tactics Ogre dude. So, yeah, they did a great job. PC only? No. Android, iOS. How is this showing up? This is a Google Play Store. Android, iOS, and isn't it just everything? Oh. Everything but Linux. Though you might be able to play on Steam through Proton. But yeah, we'll find out. Okay, let's talk it over the guys. Or not. I think everyone's dead today. This definitely requires more than 1 GB of RAM, which is all I have. Just put it. Why do people have such an obsession with playing everything on their phones? Just play on PC. Why do people... whatever. Buy a new phone. Hey, Legion.
Not yet. Hello.
Everyone's running out of storage on their phones because all the big gachas are huge.
I just have too many photos.
Just back it up. Put on like Amazon Photos or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to do.
Just so you know, I use Amazon Photos chat. For those who don't know, if you're subscribed to Amazon Prime, you get unlimited photo backups. So there's no reason not to do it. And if you subscribe to Amazon Prime, you also get one free Twitch sub every month, as well as access to Amazon videos. Like, I will never unsubscribe from Amazon. I don't know if we're waiting for Dex because he's still muted, so.
Not sure.
Sorry, I'm just turning my microphone on, get everything set up. Should be just a minute or so.
Okay.
Sounded pretty on to me.
So, quick question for everyone here. How do you have energy after work?
Good question. I don't know.
Because I need to figure out how to work 8:30 to 5, come home, and have the energy to stream. I've tried taking a nap, so before someone says take a nap, I've overslept every time. So that does not work. Work out? Wait, you work out after work? I thought people work out before work. Work out, take a shower, go to work. Go for a walk? Sounds like you're gonna need a lot of coffee. I've tried napping and double coffee. That has not worked. I get angry at my coworkers. Does that work?
I don't know. I find angry pretty exhausting. But that's just me.
Tends to be.
Never did the refines dam. Yeah, no, I didn't. I couldn't do it last week. Too much stuff.
Now I don't feel bad for missing it.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't need to worry about that in the end.
Yes, that's what was said. Oh my god, add something to it.
That's just sometimes how conversations work.
All right. Being active helps, especially if you're working in a exactly that. In office all day, yes, it does. But after work, I feel exhausted. But I guess you can get your adrenaline pumping. Just going for a walk, we'll see. So for those who don't know,
routine.
Huh?
I feel like if you had the routine of exercise, it might help.
Yeah.
More than anything.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to develop a new routine. I just started at my new job last Wednesday, so everything is fresh.
Oh, right.
You can start out with smaller amounts of exercise and gradually build up. That sometimes is a good way to go for exercise.
Gotta hope that's the only way most people do it. You don't want to overload
Ideally,
yourself,
some people try to jump right into it, unfortunately, which doesn't usually go too well.
Not that healthy, usually.
Yes, that's why I was laughing at that. It's like going, if you haven't done, like I used to do cross country and marathons and track. It's like all of a sudden trying to do a 10K run in the morning. I tried that and I was just like, wow, I didn't know it's been this long. Like your body's just not used to it at all. You can't do it like that.
Yeah.
No.
You can't relearn stuff really quickly either if you've been gone from exercise for a while.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're gonna have a short episode today because it's not just working. Again, that's gonna bother me. It's working longer. I've never worked 8.5 hours. I know for some people that's like whatever because people have like done more. I get it.
I mean, it's close to 9 to 5. It's like traditional, but still.
No, but you go from not working to working
Exactly.
half an hour more, getting to work half an hour earlier. It still like messes you up.
It adds up.
Again, I just started. I'll get used to it eventually, but I just started, so there's no way I'm gonna. Like you don't have a routine yet. I've literally been there for 2 days, 3 days. So yeah, no routine yet. So yeah, I'd rather not make this too stressful on myself and have another terrible week. Just so you guys know, last week, July 8th, officially 7 years of streaming. We were supposed to do our 7-year stream anniversary subathon this weekend. Like I had planned it all, but there was no way it was gonna happen because I definitely didn't have the energy. Like this weekend, I spent at least 20 hours sleeping, at least, probably more, and I took naps and stuff afterwards as well. So yeah, like I've lost half the weekend just to sleeping. There's just been no time sleeping on the weekdays.
Yeah.
But yeah. I probably should have mentioned that earlier. Also, if you guys have plans or ideas for the 7-year subathon, put it into our Discord server, submit to Sanguine channel. I really do want to do something special. 7 years is a long time. Most people don't make it 7.
You can graduate from all of high school and almost get a bachelor's degree in that time.
Oh yeah, you
can literally.
Yeah, you can get a college degree.
It'd be 8 years for that. Oh yeah, you could totally get a college degree in that time, but you could start off high school and finish it, and then be very close to a bachelor's 3 out of your 4 years. So.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike a lot of other people who streamed, I didn't stream for like a day and then quit for years or something like. No, the longest I've ever taken off was like 3 weeks, I think. But, yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was in
Probably a long time ago now, right?
18?
Yes, around there.
Oh, you still remember too, Legion.
I think
makes
Legion
sense.
might actually remember it because he was there when I took the break.
Yeah,
Right.
remember that.
Yeah,
It's
but
only a couple years in.
yeah, getting burnt out. Okay, I still remember when I did my first stream. I did 2 hours. I'm exhausted afterwards. Like, it's something you have to build up on. Also,
absolutely.
I hate looking at my old streams. Oh my god.
Oh, I sometimes end up seeing those in my recommend, and I'm looking back.
No,
and then I hear myself, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Okay, well, good. Listen to yourself. Yes, the old Legion was something else too.
Yeah, I know how it feels.
Like,
so painful.
Yeah. Even if you're not trying to improve, if you do something over 7 years, you're gonna improve.
Yeah, inevitably. God, just listen to not even just mic quality, but just cadence back then. It's like so much more uninterested and whatnot.
Oh my god, Jason Doc says, me and my wife celebrate 7 years of having met today, so I get it's a long ass time.
Oh, wow.
In 7 years, you could also get married.
Yeah, very easily. You can get married in a 7th of that time as well.
Oh my god. But yeah, it's a special time, chat. And as a gacha streamer, 7's a pretty special number, so yeah, if you guys have any ideas and stuff, be sure to put in our Discord server. If you haven't joined our Discord server, it's discord.gg night. Let me type it in for people if you want to join it, and let me know. Alright, we're gonna finally start. What type of work? Oh, also, I'm an accountant. It's the first time ever I've gotten a role for accounting, and it just says accountant. Normally, they put something in front of it. Like, my last job, I was a project accountant because I manage projects. And then when I was helping out, I was an intermediate accountant because I'm supporting the senior accountant. And the last interview I had was for a senior accounting role. But it's the first time ever I've just gotten in a role that just says accountant. It's like working as a chef. You would never just be role chef, you know, like that. You'd be a sous chef, a line chef, you know, like there's something attached to it. Anyways, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing, but they gave me the job, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, you have the job at least, so that's that.
Okay. You know, this is a throwback. You know why it's a throwback, right?
Why is that?
Oh, well, Amelia and her status as that.
Yes.
That sort of iconic Gen 1 unit. Yeah.
Does anyone remember? She was the best hero at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Overall hero in the entire game.
Nice, well-rounded armor. Fast.
One of the only fast armors, had more BST than every other armor in the game for a while.
First armor to not act like armor because she got armor march.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fun.
The Rose of War is what they called her. And man, looking back now, she's so lame, but back in the day, she was so good.
Mm-hmm. She was very much like the Black Knight in that sense, and that she was an armor unit. She had more BST than him, but she had the same stat spread, basically.
I mean, let's put it this way. She was in the core. One of the most difficult cores to beat at the time was what now? Amelia, Effie, Black Knight? If you had that going?
Yeah, I remember that.
People forgot, she would solo entire teams by herself. That was how dangerous she was.
Yeah. Not as easily as Black Knight when properly invested, but still, mobility-wise, and also from the fact that she has so much HP and speed. Yeah.
Man.
Nothing short of a major threat.
Chat, look at her from back in the day. I know this is nothing impressive nowadays, but back in the day, when we first got our stat spread of 34 attack, 34 speed, 35 defense, 23 res, that was amazing. And oh yeah, 47 HP back in the day. Training PC, man, it was really something special. And
yeah,
her base kit before
Slaying Axe,
Earth Boost, Armor March.
Yeah, it was Slaying Axe.
Sacred Cowl, I think.
Boost still kind of sucked back then, but it was something.
Yeah,
but
Boost always sucked.
This was before killer weapons got refined into slaying, I believe, so she did have that unique perk.
Yep.
for what it was worth at the time. People did fodder her for slaying X, regrettably. But Armor March, she was the Armor March unit until Christmas.
She was essential because back in the day, you wanted to run like Drog, you want to run like Effie, or Gwendolyn if you're okay with having a deformed character.
Yeah. It's basically those three, and then Black Knight if you're not going for Arena.
Yeah. My goodness, chat. It's been so long. I'm so glad to see her again.
Yeah.
Do you know, despite how... Yeah?
Just surprised we're 2 armor General Amelia's because they decided to promote her on her base for reasons.
Yeah, they just went with that, which is interesting. I don't mind that, really.
Not either.
But I was going to mention... Did you know they never made another Amelia till now?
Yep, that's just Resplendent.
Aside from Resplendent, yeah.
I don't... Okay. That doesn't really count, but yes. Can you
Yeah,
believe that?
I mean...
One of your most
honestly,
popular... Yeah?
Most popular armors, yeah, from year 1.
That's why
Not the most popular Sacred Stones character, but still.
Right, but like...
Still pretty popular.
You know,
though, yeah.
that's just eyes having no business sense. It took you 7 years... Well, not 7 years. It took you at least 6 years. Yeah, it's been like 6 years. It took you 6 years to give us another Amelia despite how popular she was in usage. Like, what are you doing?
Plenty of Merlarsh. Plenty of Merlarsh, Tana, Erica, though.
Yeah, they love doing the big royalty, and that's like in Echoes they give Sonya everything, and then May is actually a little more popular than Sonya, and they give her literally nothing, like not even Resplendent. So it's like they make baffling decisions like that.
Yeah, I know,
And
but the reason why I brought all that up is just like you couldn't just do one less Erica. You know what I mean? Like put in any Amelia throughout all that time. Like, come on.
I think we're up to 9 now.
I believe so. There's some meme that said 9, so if that meme is right, then yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but this banner had me excited right from the get-go because of Amelia. She is your newest Ascended Hero, which is kind of baffling because Ascended Heroes aren't that great, but this is definitely...
I mean, on
Florets, at least.
Yeah.
We were kind of... I was honestly kind of running out of Ascended Heroes to get, so... I'll actually take the opportunity for at least a Fluorite here and then.
Okay, yes, Florets are really hard to get at this point, that's true.
Yeah, it's a limited stock, and once they're gone, they're gone. So, every once in a while, it's nice.
Yes. Also, yes, Seth is still bad, and he will always be bad. Thank you for bringing that up.
He has good art now.
Unfortunately. Yeah, that's right, thankfully.
Alright. Now, as for the rest of the banner, so I had no idea it was going to be Sacred Stones. I never believed in Amelia because, again, it's been 6 years if they were going to do an Amelia. Why it wasn't earlier? It didn't make any sense to me. So I wouldn't have expected both Sacred Stones or Amelia.
I was sort of expecting Sacred Stones. Not Amelia, though, that's for sure.
3 S's was number 1 for me, Sacred Stones is number 2.
Same for me. It was very close, but I was expecting it to be one of those two, yeah.
Okay. Oh, also, I just noticed, I didn't talk about this earlier. She doesn't do the legendary Lance Toss from GBA.
I was so hoping when I saw that chain again.
They show us the friggin' chain and everything, and she doesn't use it.
She has the same chain as an X armor, and it hurts me. I love the nostalgia. I wish I could see that chain.
She just
maybe she uses it not under special.
She definitely does not have a unique killing animation.
Yeah,
one of the coolest animations in Sacred Stones that I really wish it was here.
Okay, well, that's a downer. I didn't even realize, because I was so excited she was in the game, that I didn't realize they didn't give us the chain toss. That, I think in terms of all the animations, that's one of the most memorable.
It's so overkill for, like, why would you do that? But it's so cool. It's just rule of cool, honestly.
It's just iconic GBA reminders of what they did for animations back then.
Yeah.
Don't use the sword armor. Just use the lance and axe armors because they're cooler. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Okay, but as for the rest of the characters, I mean, I guess you could have just said Attune Amelia, or sorry, Erica was going to happen, or Ephraim, whatever, like, sure.
Larshell I thought would happen, but...
Yeah, I was a little more leaning towards her, but Erica was always a choice available.
Yes. We knew this Nevalier guy would come, and I cannot tell you how disappointed I am. Like,
How did he become the main
really
hero?
surprised.
New hero.
He got nothing.
Like, it's weird.
He literally got nothing. Like, we saw his weapon from Tempest Trials, and so we were all expecting something, and he got nothing. Okay, Verge of Death and Seal Defense Res, before someone brings up, is not literally nothing. No. I'm talking about, like, we thought he would at least get a perf or something to make him special or interesting or anything.
Yeah.
Or at least a C
Perf
slot.
special, perf skill, yeah, full kit, something.
He's not even a fully kitted out character. They're not even trying. Don't pull for this guy. Don't let IS think this is okay. I get we've been complaining about power creep a lot. This isn't how you don't power creep. This isn't the same thing. This is not how it works. You can still make a character interesting, unique, fun, without power creeping. You can go...
His hates male orcs. If Ike Pioneer wasn't popular, they would had shafted him too.
Well, Ekfilmir is not out yet. We don't know. Because we didn't know Nevelier was going to be whatever until he came out, which is now we know.
I think Ekfilmir is a wholly different circumstance because he's going to be an OC from the book. He's not a Tempest Trials.
Moosebell and Niffle, by all means, are the same situation, except they got perf skills.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm just going to say
that's the
we don't
problem.
know because, for example, I thought the Snake Girl was going to come out. What's her name again?
Neathogre.
Neathogre. I thought she was going to come out by now. She didn't. So.
No, we're alone in this book. We're not getting anybody until Goat. With the horn.
Honestly,
There
the
she
guy
is,
is a prime
Aetherine.
example of his gacha methodology. Power creep or bust. If anything, the dude is an example of his doubling down.
But that's stupid. You can't... Okay.
It is. It's silly.
I understand people will always bring up, like, this is what IS does, this is a routine, this is a pattern. You should not continue with a routine or pattern if it's not working. That is stupid.
Yep.
If
Ideally, you would switch things up.
So I've been watching a lot of... I don't know if you guys have been watching these too, but like Hell's Kitchen on YouTube, once you watch
I've
one...
seen some clips here and there.
Once you watch one, they keep showing you more because the full episodes are now available. And I remember there was one guy, and he committed to his restaurant and continuing on his restaurant's path because on his wall, he has a newspaper clipping where a critic said this is the best food in town. In his mind, even though it's been 30 years since he got that review, he's gonna stick with it because it was the best food in town, as said by a critic. But you realize how stupid that is, right? That was 30 years ago. Fire Emblem Heroes was a top gacha game multiple years ago. 6 years ago? I think even 6 years ago you could have said it was a top gacha game. It's 2024. You can't stick with these patterns when they're not working. That's not how it works. But IS is obsessive when it comes to patterns. Even when nothing is working, they will stick to a pattern. That's dumb, but
That's fair.
that's how it goes. So yeah, they are doubling down. The majority of male OCs have sucked ass. Generally speaking, you can put it on one hand amount of male OCs in this game that have been actually good.
You could probably put it on less than 2 that exist.
Thing.
You could
I
have
guess
had
got,
a
like,
frostbitten hand
Aster,
with fingers cut off. Yeah, you could have done that too.
That's with how many exist in general, not just how good they are. There's just not many.
Oh yeah, that doesn't help, but especially male OCs seem to get shafted even when they do come to the game, for the most part. I mean, there are a few that have evaded that.
Because,
but-
I mean, not that I have an exhaustive list on hand. I know that Freyr's fine. Odor sucks.
Right.
But
Freyr and Asker have been like the only two that I can think of, male OCs, that actually have been treated well.
Yeah, and the majority of them are whatever. No one cared.
I'm looking at the list right now. I'm going through it. Yeah, Freyr and Asker.
Surtur
and-
is obviously Surtur.
Yeah, I guess Surtur for his time. Sure.
But you realize
Other
how
than
bad
that,
that is,
yeah.
right? Like,
Xavier.
if we're struggling this
Sure.
much, that already answered the question.
There's just not
I'm
many
looking
that
through all
exist.
of them. Yeah, I'm not. Well, even of the ones that exist, Fafnir's not in the game, just straight up, except for his New Year's All. Ocher, not good. You've got.
Fafnir wasn't even
looking
that
through
impressive
this.
at the time. It was just like, oh, he could use disarm
Yeah,
trap.
he
That was
was-
the only special thing about him.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Cav with the
It wasn't him being good. It was just classing.
Leaf
Can't
had,
do
sure,
disarm.
he had the nice Valentine's or Day of Devotion alt for a while, but his arcane version did not age well at all. His base version started out
fine.
His base version is fine now, but it was terrible for a long time. And then you've got, like, Reed, who... Okay, his recent ult's fine, but before that, he had nothing. And his remix and refine were not all that great.
That one,
Bruno is Bruno. He
exists.
Shit on. Yeah, the whole time. And then you got Gustav, who's...
fine.
He was meh.
I mean,
At release, he was okay.
Yeah, he was okay.
Great
And then
fodder. He's fine.
Right. And then you've got Alphonse, who...
Okay,
has kind of
Alphonse,
been hit or miss. Like,
they treat him okay.
yeah, I mean, at least he's going to be getting a Brave Vault next month, so that's going to be good for him.
Not their choice, but yeah.
I'm not sure if
Well,
Alphonse should count, but alright.
it's... Well, I'm just saying, as a male OC, he's kind of been... He's had some good, some bad. These days, it'll trend towards good, but...
The only other one I think...
That's about it.
The only other one I think that is actually not good is Hellbindi. But...
Yes. And then there's
just...
Elm, who has nothing in the game at all.
Yeah, it's New Year's.
Oh, well, at New Year's, but that's kind of whatever.
Yeah,
Versions
not
are
a lot
cheating.
of them.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's our
Moosepell,
choice to make them good.
And Moosepell, both of Moosepell's versions are kind of, at least these days.
No,
back on release, they were reasonable.
Okay, you guys are so distracted. This is what I was still trying to sum it up as. If you're struggling to answer this, that already answered it.
Well, basically, what I said at first, I think, is what it boils down to. It's literally just Asker and who's the other one that I for some reason can't think of Freyr now. Who, yeah, are good.
Yay! Congratulations. All right, let's move on. My gosh.
It's sometimes fun to think about.
Yeah, but we already went over it. That's why. I was just making an offhanded remark about this and agreeing with it. That's all. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah. Okay, I guess we'll just go on the banner now. So yeah, I didn't expect to be Sacred Stones. I do like Sacred Stones, but even then, like this entire banner, I think. Normally we don't start here, but I think we should just start there, because there's no way anyone's gonna argue this. This is a skip.
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
Unless you really are pursuing Nosy Echo, I would say so.
Yeah, that's the one thing that makes it.
I would wait.
I would say otherwise.
Wait for.
I understand the attuned value.
Totally fair.
I will say. But yeah, waiting is
as much as I like.
Dang it.
These some of these characters, there's just no way, right? Like with Amelia, why am I not just like? She's really good because she has this encounter and she has speed and she like it's a good classing. This in terms of speedy armor heroes, she's among the most fresh we've gotten, and she's going to be clearly really good. But do I need to have?
Is nice.
Huh? Yeah,
True
the
DR
True
is
DR is
also
nice. Yes, but do I need her? And I just don't think so. Like
generally not. Yeah.
Why would I stop using dual Violet, for example?
Right? I like that she's paired with Ewan and Ross there. That's funny. And Dusel.
Full trainees. Yeah, no, I mean, my immediate thought for most people is going to be towards Myr. So, immediately keep this in mind. There's only 2 viable fire saves in the actual meta right now. Let's be honest here. It's Myr and Byleth. Nobody else realistically is holding up. Amelia has the DR cut to make it in. She's the only fast one.
Yep.
She does not, however, scale a ton of speed. So while she will actually be able to deal quite decently with the speed meta, you still have to watch out. Furthermore, she is buff reliant in a meta full of duo Thor and Nurgle, so you have Loki. So you have to watch out for that because if your
those
buffs
are
get
hard
stolen,
counters.
You don't even have distant counter at that point. That part would suck. Because you're a far save that's functionally almost useless. Furthermore, you are not getting exactly the most insane damage reduction, even when you're doing it. Your DR is probably, on average, going to look better than Myr, but no Hardy, unless you want to completely lose your no follow-up. So I know a lot of whales like to go Hardy Fighter just because it's the most safe. You can't even really do that with Amelia because she's so tied to her B slot. And
you basically have to keep Armored Beacon.
Yep. And of course, lastly, she is a supportive far save like Myr, but the support, as good as it is, neutralizing foes bonuses is fantastic, and also, by the way, her stat control is nuts.
Yes.
She does not give Warp Bubble. I know that's a stupid argument in a sense, but that literally is the reason Myrrh
But
gets
the value
used and
of Myrrh. Yeah.
why Far Save is used.
Right.
Because Myrrh is both.
Okay,
If
so
you lose that, what do you got?
you're basically summing it up as the two current generation Far Save heroes are still going to be above her in the current meta when it comes to Far Save.
I would say Myrrh is more. I could see an argument for her being
Byleth
more
is-
useful than Winter Byleth.
The
the thing with
Null
Byleth
is so
Null
useful
C.
nowadays. Come on.
Yes,
And
that
Scowl.
is true. Well,
Null C
the only
and Scowl
reason
both.
I would be this.
By the way,
Scowl
this
and Null
was
C, absolutely. But I was
No Scowl on
the reason.
Amelia.
Yeah,
Unlike the
no.
other
The
two.
reason I was trying to make that argument was because Winter Byleth, at least these days, is very reliant on. So you've got the 30% unpierceable DR on special, but basically because you can't run Hardy Fighter, is very reliant on pierceable DR. Aside from that one small bit of special DR, so their tankiness isn't incredible, and Amelia will have an easier time dealing with certain nukes. That said, without the Scowl and Null C, she will fold to certain ones that Byleth will deal with, just due to the nature of Byleth having those inbuilt, counters. So
Right.
it's a little bit of a wash in that
And
regard.
the big thing is that right now there's not a lot of sweeping in the meta, just because of the way it is, but it can flip back on a dime. Healers come in and out constantly. We have seen time and time again units that inflict the flash status, or just a couple random units that don't care about counterattacks. So Byleth is the only Vanguard against that. Even if he's not meta now, like he was, he can come back. And Myrrh is still there to take his place. I just don't see Amelia being able to cut herself a great niche as number 3. When realistically her only advantage is speed. And more versatile support, I guess, but not as good.
The biggest advantage she has is she's a Lancer.
Yeah,
When it comes to Lance Far Save,
Yeah.
that's a very rare class.
that is a very rare class, I can't argue.
And then, basically, if the fight comes down to just stats versus stats, she'll be fine.
Oh, her stats are phenomenal, I'll give her that for a far save.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just
Good
everything
scaling.
else that could potentially happen that causes issues.
Yeah, if she gets hit by Nurgle, it's over. Literally,
That's
because
true,
I don't think she
especially
can
with
live
color
Nurgle.
disadvantage.
Yeah. She can't live it, and also bonuses are just gone. Now the opposing team is dull. Now, of course, you can argue that you can use Nurgle with her, but, better to look at your counters than your allies.
Now, if you go over her kit, she does work very well. Presuming no Nurgle, no Loki, whatever the case, as long as she gets to keep and play her style, she will function immaculately. The problem is it's going to be hard to run her on something like ARD because your opponent gets choices and selections there. It's going to be hard to run her.
You can't run her as well in light season because that is Nurgle season, not Nurgle, Loki season.
Right. You're going to struggle.
And Ebla, of course.
In summoner duels, it could also be a problematic as well.
Yeah, because also you have to consider.
Depends
I don't
on
think
your matchup.
no AU. The 10 speed check, by the way, is nice because that keeps her speed a little more future proof. But no AoE DR doesn't exactly help your matters, so you also have to deal with that. But yeah, in summoner duels, I just feel like it's too awkward. It's a lot of maintenance that could go wrong in an instant because you have to rely on good bonuses and good allies.
You gotta also ball up too. So it sums it up as this: when you have full control and she can run her role and she can keep her buffs and she can be on top of your team, that's one of the best saver units. But
Absolutely.
the moment you can't, she's a massive disappointment.
Yeah, so it's basically a matter of picking your matchups. I think in ARO, she can be quite good if, obviously, you just have to be a little careful about which teams you're going up against.
Yeah, if you like Astro saves, then this is definitely one of the highest recommends. Even though I think that Byleth's reliability with no C helps a lot in specifically Ether Raid's offense, so keep that in mind.
It does.
But as far as speedy offense goes, or speedy far save, and her offense is decent because of the DR having, there is no fast far save that comes close
Yeah.
to Amelia.
So this is what
Yeah.
it looks like.
But it
That's
was-
undeniable.
This should have been a near save. I'm still glad she got the DC build Obsidian Tactics, but maybe you should reclass her as a near save.
Yeah, I mean,
You could,
I
but near
like-
save is one of those things that seems like it kind of.
It's very
I don't know,
saturated.
it's-
You don't need to go particular in there, but there are a lot of god
Yeah, you
swords,
don't
so
need
she
to-
should be able to handle them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that is true.
She
yes.
probably
She-
deals with Ike pretty decently by sheer bulk from her true DR and how much she's getting towards her stats. She might be able to lift that.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
something.
you would probably have to tweak her a little bit, but
The
still,
DC portion is not
easily.
wasted either, because that's one of the ways to beat
Oh,
near
back
save
up.
is just chip them out from far. So
That's true. It can still help.
Especially if you're in summoner duels, like if it's a cav heavy week and you're dealing with a lot of melee calves. Not that there's a lot in the meta right now, but like Tea Time Ira, for example, easy counter there. So obviously, she works very well at both. Near saves are less competitive because there's just not as many melee threats. But with the advent of Emblem Celica, first of all, Emblem Celica probably doubles Amelia, which is not good. Keep that in mind. But also, Emblem Celica equip means that melee threats are a lot more noteworthy because they can just warp in. Amelia tanks them with aplomb for the most part, so less of an issue. That's the way I see it.
okay.
That is true.
Well,
in that DC.
we didn't have to go that far because I was just asking which. Well, but yeah, I guess that answers Amelia. Very
Yeah,
good,
and-
but heavily potentially heavily flawed because of the meta. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just going to say she'll be probably a very nice arena scorer because if she has
Yes.
trainee BSDs in armor,
Yeah,
Then,
her BST
yeah.
is nuts. We already are gonna see that. It's gonna be
Mhm.
great.
it'll be next gen armor BST, which is going to start in about a month.
Yay.
Okay. I guess we'll talk about the poll after this. Here's Fred. Or Ford.
Our
I don't,
buddy
Ford.
Ford.
Fred!
I don't know why I said Fred.
Fred.
Whatever.
That's a guy from Thracia.
Ford of the E. Anyways. This makes me so sad because this is like one of those instances of why did you bother?
Ah, yes, the
I
Ford
think they could have
bottle
gone
penalty.
an extra step with her. I like the concept, but
Well, like they literally look at the kit and be like, "We'll just double down on speed defense unity." That's her
well, I
brilliant
think
idea.
it's the other way around. I think it's them tailoring the kit to the weapon, but I don't know.
Why would they do just speed defense -7? That's never going to be enough, anyways.
I mean, I don't know. I
Very
think it's.
least attack on it.
I think attack would have been.
Well, then you just solved it.
obviously
That should have been your answer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to be fair, it's pretty easy to get hit by attack penalties nowadays, and in a Micaiah meta, basically guaranteed. But would have been nice.
So
They seem to like for certain, especially the second 5-star. They seem to sometimes
Oh, yeah.
not make their weapons
but
Well
this doesn't
established.
work.
like.
Well established.
You realize this doesn't work, right?
What do you mean?
This is a unit you're just gonna pull, and you're like, oh, neat. You're probably fun. I'm not gonna use you.
Right.
You have fodder.
Yes, well, unfortunately, he does fall into
He's
that.
a cat that uses speed
undeniable.
defense unity, dude. Like, what are you supposed
He's
to
a
do?
unity cav. Fundamentally, he's a unity cav.
Yeah, that's why I said this
Unfortunately,
doesn't
as a
make any
cat-
sense.
How are you supposed
Yeah,
to do
if
that?
there's- You're basically at that point, you're asking him to be run against a team with debuffs or with
No, the problem
male
is
Robin and.
you gotta keep him close to allies.
I don't know how Dex
I
keeps
know.
missing the point.
Well, no, I know that. That's
That's the
implicit.
problem. It doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, you can stack him with Robin. He'll actually probably be okay. The problem is you got to keep him nearby allies, or he's losing a unity layer. Or alternatively, just switch him to Excel. I mean, okay, that's a bit reductive these days to just say slap Excel on a calf.
But it's
You
a
just should.
reasonable idea. He could have introduced speed defense Excel. Obviously, it wouldn't go quite as smoothly in terms of like exactly
synergy,
the
but-
amount of penalties, but it would work.
As a
probably
calf?
better in
That's
the
what you
end.
want.
Yeah.
Like,
At the very least, speed defense unity finally in the game.
What? No.
I like
No.
to lines being
It's
finished.
because of speed
We need-
defense unity that they fucked this up. Don't. The obsession to release skills that are not in the game means you're gonna release
Well,
these dead heroes.
If it was a useless skill, I'd be like, oh man, speed
It's
defense
useless on
unity, I
him.
think is
He should not
perfectly
be
fine.
using it. That was the point.
Yeah, I mean, ideally,
If you're actually
you wanna
using
give
him
Do you realize how it's
defense,
going to
yeah.
work to actually use that unity? Like, you're going to need an ally within 2 spaces somehow, and then he's going to have to move in afterwards. Like, do you know how
Yep.
Yeah, no, I know it's not gonna be convenient. That's,
Right,
that's
so
the problem with
what
that
is this
concept.
obsession? Why did they release speed defense unity? He shouldn't be the one using it. And once they gave him speed defense unity, they're like, oh, we'll just put in sword as well, give him the speed defense -7 immediately, and we're gonna make it work like that. It doesn't work. That's why it's driving me nuts. Like, what are they doing? This is the dumbest idea.
Yeah.
Like, this is another
I
nobody
wish they did
unit.
it on an infantry unit or something. But
Yes,
whatever.
congratulations, you figured it out. It's that easy. You just had to do this exact same concept on an infantry, and people have been much more
Or on an
agreeable on
armor,
it.
really.
Okay,
Yep.
well, there you go. Wow. I'm so happy you get the idea now. This is dumb on a cav. Why did they do
well,
this?
it's not-
Is purely the
No,
fact
it's
that it's a calf.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is fundamentally the problem. It's, again, that part's implicit. It's just, I was focusing more on the part, I understand what they're trying to do. Unfortunately, it just, they could have used a different skill line to illustrate the same concept, I think is the main problem.
The problem is they're obsessing over releasing skills, and this time they double down on it by changing his weapon to double down on speed defense unity. It's so dumb. I haven't seen IS be this dumb. Like, they've done many dumb things, but this is like on the iceberg, on the top of the iceberg of being dumb. Like, why? There's no need to do this at all. So this is a hero literally no one's gonna use. If you're going to release a hero, at least give them a chance. This character got no
It's
chances.
funny, though, because I remember in your reaction you called this really, really lazy, and that's Ford's gimmick, is that he's really, really lazy, and he doesn't like to
don't
work.
make that connection,
So,
man. Come on.
This weapon is just, it's a masterful gambit on the part of IS to reflect Ford's personality. Ow, I see.
The only thing that is actually interesting here is the 150% penalty into true damage scaling. That does have some merit to it. But
yeah, that's the main part.
without no quarter, his DR control isn't exactly amazing, and his specials aren't exactly made to work.
And you have to give him a
Yeah,
C
you'll have
slot.
to fodder.
And
And
ideally,
you have to
you're
give him a
switching
C
his A
slot.
slot, because that speed defense... Yeah, exactly. That speed defense, who cares?
Yep, you're gonna have
Yeah,
to give
you
him
would
a
be
little
going-
boost.
Excel and then, like, Insight or something.
So why? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's so much work for a character like this. No one's gonna do it.
Yep.
Give the characters a chance to be successful. That's all I'm arguing for.
Only the true
I mean,
Ford
by
fans.
default, he'll be fun. I'll give him that. That's a lot of speed scaling. But also, I should be clear about it. He has a Unity stat scale that only really matters if he's stacking it, because at one, and even then, think about it this way, right? Fundamentally. So if you were to have a Unity scaling weapon and then an external source of Unity, realistically, unless you're getting hit by panic, your weapon is giving you an extra $14 stats. Weapons nowadays, I mean, which is a granted total of 19, weapons nowadays scale up to $14 stats inherently. It's not as strong, mind you, as Unity, but you don't have to do anything. You don't have to stack it to get it to that point.
Yeah, the only real benefit of it is a little more stats, and penalties technically buff you. At least stat penalties do. So,
But then you could just have good stat scale with stat penalty immunity outright.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's
So-
not a bad idea. The true damage is the only reason why it works here, but Unity scaling, funnily enough,
You have to work
is
for it.
so much maintenance for it to actually matter versus just a real stat scaling weapon.
I mean,
That's the
Yeah,
issue.
that
again,
part's
if they did this
fundamentally
Unity
a fair
thing
critique.
with a hero that can use DC, this would have made a lot more sense. Like, they're all...
I mean, technically, you can, but
Technically, but
yes,
with
like-
18 res now.
I know, but I'm saying, like, there were different ways to approach this instead of doing this cav and this obsession over releasing speed defense unity. But yeah, it sums it up as IS is not putting enough thought into these characters. Again, I'm gonna mention this and people will be like, oh, but they never release a C slot on the second hero. Great. That's wrong. Stop obsessing over routines and just do the right thing. Had they given him a C slot, I wouldn't even be arguing as much as I am now, because at least he would be pre-built enough that people would at least give him a chance and use it. The way he's set up, this is a skip through and through. If not, you just fodder him immediately. So,
The one thing I appreciate that they've changed about the second 5-star unit is for like, I think 2 whole books now, basically, or almost that.
There has
hasn't
not
one-
been a perfless 5-star lock
perfless
in
one.
years.
They all have perfs.
Thank God. Yeah.
That was a terrible era when Arthur was our last one who was perfless.
Yeah, I'll take them having weird perfs over whatever the fresh hell they decided to do in book 6, early book
God,
6.
that was terrible. Oh, poor
But
guys.
still, weird gimmick.
But yeah, you could stand to improve the weapons at the very least, or the gimmick.
I don't know why they keep like doing things like this, thinking they have like all the time in the world. They don't. All right, Founding King. So it's not good to go into disappointment, yet here we are.
Unfortunate. This one is genuinely, in terms of being uniquely gifted with, you know, a special, a perf skill, anything. I mean, all the Nithavalir units and royals have had that, and then he just doesn't.
Well, yeah, the 3 we've had so far. 2 of them perf specials, 1 perf beast-law, and Natri.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fafnir doesn't exist, but we don't talk about that.
But the question goes back to, again, why? So when we got him in
this
the TT,
one I literally cannot explain.
right? So in the TT, good, because in the TT, everyone expected something more to it, because essentially what we saw in the TT is exactly what we got. There's nothing extra to it at all.
Yep.
He's that
Basically,
hero
actually-
that's it.
who hit
Tier 4 skills.
right. He just hits and runs, and that's it. That's literally it. Like there's no extra dimension to him at all.
Yep. Some support.
I just don't understand
give him
why
that.
they did that again. Can anyone
Yeah.
explain to me why they would want to do this? I don't see it at all.
It's like his weapon's unique, but you could make him way more unique by adding a perf special, and or any perf. I mean, it's just very simple.
I feel like it makes 0 sense to not have perf special.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Or perf B.
Yeah, it could very easily
you've
be just anything that's a perf skill, special, whatever.
I swear we've had this discussion with a former hero that released about not having.
Yeah, it feels familiar. I don't know exactly which one though.
Does anyone remember? We definitely had a hero like this.
Oh, maybe it was
Letizia.
an arcane or attuned unit. Or
Oh,
not
Letizia
attuned,
was it was Letizia.
Yeah, Letizia as far as
Letizia.
new hero, like,
There's also
let's
weren't
go.
there a couple of the early rearmed units that we were
The first
talking about
2.
that for as well?
Ophelia
Yeah.
and Gongloat. Gongloat specifically is the most what happened there.
Yeah. Well, they're not the first 2, but after Leaf they were. Yeah.
Well, those are the only 2 that don't have perf skills. Everybody else
Yes.
does.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so that's why I have issues with it, because it's not like the first time they've done it, or heck, even the second time they've done it. So why do it? It doesn't take anyone. Like, I think any longtime Fire Emblem Heroes player would have told you immediately that they're not going to pull for this character. Like, it just doesn't do enough from the meta standpoint. And if someone wants to argue from the story standpoint, I'll argue that too. He's so boring in the story, so if his kid is bad and he's not even a fun character, what's the point?
They've done an excellent job fleshing out the TT as usual.
Yeah, it's literally like it's poop. They're just going through it. They're just going through the motions. There's no love and care here at all.
The whole motivation was like, I think a treasure hunt is why Reagan and Dogger are going into this other world.
I can't even pay attention to the story anymore because it's just like they're not even trying to make it important or meaningful.
It's very silly, yeah. But then again, I've never really valued it, so.
I've seen people.
But
who
yeah,
decide
unfortunately his
they're
weapon is the
skipping
main
banner
thing.
because
and
of this.
at least for SD players, I think it'll be interesting, but I don't know about too many other people.
It feels like all they do is cater towards whales nowadays, chat. That's all they do. They can't be bothered to do anything else. Do you guys remember back in the day when we used to get banners and people would just pull on it because they liked the characters? Those were the days. Necro, thanks so much for the follow. All right, well, I think it sums it up. If he had a, like, for example, a perf AoE, I wouldn't even be arguing this right now. I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. That's good enough. It wouldn't have been truly good enough, because I think nowadays you have to be good, or like really good, or really unique or you're dead on arrival. But at least I wouldn't be arguing as much as I am now. But yeah, not even that much so.
Mm-hmm.
Screw gay men and straight women. Yeah, and we were talking about this right at the beginning. How often the male OCs are just whatever. They just don't matter. Unfortunately. Here we go again. Okay.
At the very least, I'm interested to see if people can do some really annoying things with him. Basically, if you don't have Kanto control, you're kind of screwed.
Oh, he's a
against him.
pain in the ass if
So,
you don't have Kanto
yeah.
control.
Yeah, like
I can see some annoying replays.
Again,
of
this
people
is-
just getting
yeah,
Summoner Duels players will care about this. That's it. I don't see
Oh,
why anyone
100%.
else would care.
I mean, he's not a bad
Basically,
Ether
yeah.
Raid's defense unit, technically.
Sure, but there are a lot of Ether Raids
Technically not. But
ARD heroes already that are tank busters. Like, if I care about ARD, I already have a full team, right? Like, Sonic is already there, Dueleon is already there, right? And then Yunaka's already there, for example. Like, that team's already built. Should buy now.
At least hope that there's no Micaiah for Sanaki, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then they just released Celica, to be exact, as well. Like, there's a lot of heroes, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Now, as
high
far as hit and run goes, this is as strong as it realistically gets at the moment. It's like Ursula, no desperation, but full retreat. So, pretty terrifying. No DR control is the only thing that kind of sucks, though. That, and of course, both AoE DR and counter control kind of dumpster on him. So it's a
if you have
be
the
prepared.
counters, then you're screwed.
Yeah, if you're not prepared for this, good luck. And I have seen Emblemite consistently die to him, so still gotta be at least a little bit aware of what he does. But yeah, he's about as straightforward as it comes, though, when it comes to his counters, which is surprising.
Also, why is Erica doing Ephraim cosplay again? They're not very original, unfortunately. So.
That has become Erica's gimmick. Is I care about my brother. I like my brother. I should dress like my brother. Actually,
I've pointed this out before, but the devs for this game definitely did never play the game because they always go for the most shallow like the most shallow thing you could do is always what they go for.
they default to the easiest trait that they can emphasize.
Yeah, like they could have just read the wiki page. Essentially, that's what happened, I think. And then they made a character off of that. It's sad. Anyways, any beginner tips? I just downloaded. If you listen to this chat, they're gonna tell you to quit. So I don't think these are guys to ask. Beginner tips: try and enjoy the game. Just don't worry about the meta. You're gonna get screwed by the meta no matter what happens. So don't worry about it.
Prioritize a legendary mythic emblem banner first, if anything, or usually Legends is coming up next month. So that one is a banner that everybody votes on, the 4 heroes that make it. Banner's usually always really good. Get a free unit from it.
Usually,
Free
always.
sparks. So I'd be saving towards banners like those, because those have the highest return on investment.
No. Saving when you're a new player is miserable because you'll just get your ass kicked by tons of things.
I don't mean for very long. I'm just saying if there's
but like
one of those,
if you just
at least
started,
don't
it's-
pull out a new heroes banner. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like at least wait for one that has decent rates, that has something interesting to you.
You guys know that, right? Like if you start a new game and a game that's been around for a long time, and a game that has no control and power creep, it's so miserable. You just if you actually try saving, it's so hard to actually play the game at that point. But yeah, that's why I don't recommend it. But like, yeah, the smart thing to do is that. But I don't know how you actually do that because you just don't get to play the game. All right. Let's head on to our last hero. So if you had to rate Nevalier, what'd you give him?
Counter control out of 10, but honestly, I'd say probably around a 7 to 8
You're
mark.
so generous. Oh my gosh.
I'd say yeah. I mean that's honestly what I'd say. The higher end of that,
6.
7.5 to 8.
It's a 6. You needed to do more. Anything more would have made it acceptable. Because he didn't, it's 6. Not useless, he just doesn't do anything else. Basically it. Alright, our last hero is Erica. So it's not bad. This entire banner you can't truly say is bad, but because of how the game works, you should skip it. You can't be average anymore. But the reason why is because she's like the third one coming out who's supposed to do this role. In the recent, how many months? 4 months? We've gotten these infantry god heroes. Everyone knows Ike, sure, but again, Lucina exists as well. And now we have Erica. And the same idea, where they're going to just take on entire teams by themselves. And I guess she's closer to Lucina, or Sheeta, because of D bonus doubler. The idea.
They share a lot.
Yeah. But that's also why I'm not very excited, because you're the third one coming. So the only special thing about this one is it's the Axe variant. And I guess you have Null's Disrupt Echo, but again, it's not like Guard Echo's bad, so I can't exactly say
it's
that's
not, but Null's
better or
changes the game for tanks in a big way.
Yeah. But then again,
that one is
right. But then again, right afterwards you got Ike, so you didn't necessarily need that.
No, but if you're using pretty much anyone except Ike or Summer Fjorm, this is gonna turn. I mean, Legion, you have a certain someone that you're.
Yeah, you know I want to run Nemesis already. You more like Ike than he already was. Yeah, nah, Nullsea Echo, as long as you don't have a perf skill, is kind of game changing. But the only thing is, of course, there's not a ton of infantry super tanks that are meta and don't have perf skills. So
that's true. The perf skill component of it, yeah.
However, it doesn't just apply to melee ones. Keep that in mind. So mage ones like Asker, for example, can use it if you get rid of.
And attuned Sheeta can use it because she's an attuned unit, so she can mix and match her.
Yeah, fodder Erica to Sheeta. Woo! People will do that, but nevertheless, yeah. As far as infantry super tanks go, I think it's safe to say that Erica is cut for one of the best. But that's a meta that is growing. The only distinction
quickly
being that Erica has less focus on bulk, but is instead a Vantage Sweeper, which is the opposite of what Ike's trying to do, to be fair, but it is nonetheless essentially like a modernized fallen female Byleth without some of the painful weaknesses.
I was thinking of Dimitri. Christmas Dimitri.
Yeah, I mean, she's analogous to that too, especially being an axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, less weakness because of Null's Disrupt. Dimitri's issues, he just gets swept.
Yeah, Dimitri doesn't even... Also, Dimitri has to actually fight first to set himself up.
Yeah, that's something annoying about him.
Erica doesn't have to do any of that. The inverse, of course, is that Erica's bulk is overall decidedly average. No AoE damage reduction of any sort. Not that everybody has it.
She does have flat DR.
Still noteworthy.
I think
she does have good flat DR.
Situations.
She has flat DR plus dodge combined.
Yeah, she does have those aspects going for her. So, well, not dodge, but dodge status.
Dodge.
But yeah, that part at least will help. Honestly, more than those things to keep her consistently healthy.
Combining flat DR and dodge is just a very consistent.
Yeah, with her specials DR as well.
Okay,
being
that too. Yeah,
she's good. I'm not gonna dispute that.
Very good.
What I will dispute is, out of the heroes that we've gotten, again, coming in second in this game is really rough, especially if you're second and you're after that hero who's first, right?
Yep.
So the question really comes down to, would you lie your way to get Erica to use over Ike? Because virtually everyone has Ike at this point. So
I think Erica's one advantage is that,
even do it?
Unlike Ike, she doesn't even need to tank the attacks. She could just completely blank you with advantage. It's very much like Ninja Camilla when upon her release.
The flip side of it is the eternal loop of the meta. Vanish Sweeper comes out, Hardy Bearing. Vanish Sweeper falls off, no Hardy Bearing.
Yeah,
problem but then is we're in an Ike meta.
Oh, they're already Hardy Bearing, so you're gonna argue?
Every team already has it. Now, granted, most teams have it on their blue unit, so Erica might just survive. But I can definitely tell you that Erica would not want to take a flare from young female Robin in all cases, because realistically, you're just stuck with 40% DR plus 20% speed. Robin could actually do quite a bit of junk.
How would a young female Robin get the flare off against Erica, though?
Rally Spectrum? Hush Spectrum?
Well, Hush Spectrum doesn't affect.
Yeah, it does, if you have slaying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Hush Spectrum on she's inflicting that on Erica, but that's not going to impact her. I guess it would basically, you're saying that Erica would not kill, and thus she'd be able to double and get her.
It would depend on
off.
if Erica can. If Erica can't double, it actually still might be a bit of an annoying matchup. Essentially, Erica
Why would she
plays
not? She's so fast.
because Robin's also pretty fast.
Yeah, no, but she should. No, I would
They have
still.
about the same speed scale. I would say
Yeah, pretty much.
it's enough where it would be annoying, but it wouldn't be as bad as Ike, where it's a death sentence to get scowled.
Young Robin would literally have to not only Hush Spectrum Robin, but also double, or not only have to Hush Spectrum Erica, but also double Erica in order to proc a flare on her. So I don't think that's necessarily a
You're
huge...
pre-charging the flare by the assist, Hush Spectrum, and also potentially a duo skill Rally Spectrum. Flare is almost impossible not to pre-charge.
Legion, Hush Spectrum doesn't increase your special. It just makes
does
the
both.
enemy special. No, that's you're thinking of Rally Spectrum.
No, Hush Spectrum has both in it's a debuff scowl, but it also can excel yourself.
Yes, but I don't think that would put the cooldown at
How often do you not see how anyways,
Chat, does anyone want to add in chat? What the
okay.
heck?
The big thing is that Robin can do decent damage with Hardy Bearing, but Robin is blue, so it's not the end of the world. At least there's that. We're in a blue Hardy Bearing meta because of Ike.
Hush Spectrum gives you charge if the foe has slain, is what Sugma says.
Yes, it gives you one charge. That would bring Robin down to one charge. Does the assist?
The assist
give
also
an
gives
extra
you a
charge?
cooldown. The assist gives you a
so
pulse.
basically, yeah, if she uses the assist, then you're at risk.
Which is the whole point of Robin!
Yeah, I know, but even still, you're not always going to be finding that snare. Whatever.
If you're not in that scenario, Robin sucks. Anyways, but...
Yes, exactly.
Well, thanks.
The big
All
thing-
of that just to say that, Arcray.
Yeah, the big thing is Erica will at least not have to deal as badly with those Hardy Bearing checks as Ike, because everybody's worried about Ike. So Erica can kind of capitalize on that, but she still has to watch out for that stuff. She still does technically have to watch out for Scowl in some cases. And also, Ike is not an easy matchup for her to win. It's not. She might be able to survive it. She will not kill him. She will not realistically even threaten much damage on him.
When she doesn't use
As
her
opposed to a blue
Sugma, shut up.
blue tank
Fucking
like
weirdo.
Sharena, for example.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to interrupt Legion. I'm glad to know you have no decency. Congrats.
Yes, apologies for interrupting your explanation, Legion.
So, all in all, I think she is a very interesting super tank because she's the only one that doesn't have to tank. She's the fallen female Byleth of this generation. But the meta is in a place where Hardy Bearing is more common than ever, and Ike is right there. Both being a direct competitor and, frankly, soft check to hard counter depending on the circumstances. So, I think she's interesting. But honestly, if you already have Sheeta has better breakable, percent damage reduction, better true DR against her checks, what she checks, calves and armors, threatens them more with the dual effectiveness, and also, at this point, most people went for her if they wanted her. I don't think you need to go for Erica as well, if you already did Ike on top of that. It's just infantry super tanks, you only need so many. And I think that Erica is definitely the point of so many for most people. That's my conclusion with her.
Yay. I was going to conclude with, I think people just keep using Ike over her, and you don't need to go for her because you have Ike.
Yep.
Even if there are situations where she's better than Ike, it's not clear enough or frequent enough that it matters. And as mentioned, last year we had a hero just like her. Her name was Fallen Byleth. And she was good for a long time, and then she wasn't. So.
At least she was good for a long time relative to a God Sword. I'll give her that.
Yes, I
So,
actually don't
Erica
think Erica
will probably...
No, I don't even think she'll. I don't think Erica will last as long as Fallen Byleth did.
I'm willing to see that out,
I'm
but yeah,
optimistic
we'll see.
about her.
I'm not super optimistic because speed could eventually become the problem. Because
you see the issue?
party
Well, that's-
pairing.
That
That's
is
why I'm saying
constantly
I'm
the issue,
not.
but Unlike
I
a
am not
Byleth,
optimistic. That's why.
That's why I said that. I'm not optimistic.
What? Then
'cause I
why
think
did you
that speed-
think she would
I said-
last?
The
As
reason
long
that
as Fallen Byleth.
I think she'll
that's why I
not
said she
necessarily
wouldn't.
last that
Oh,
long.
you-
but
I thought you
No,
both
I'm
said
not-
I thought you both said she would. I was like, what?
No.
oh well, no. I just think in general she won't last like a very small amount of time. I think she'll at least have.
No, I was talking about lasting as long as Byleth did,
She'll
I see.
which wasn't even
unless
a year,
stat
by the way.
scaling. Unless stat scaling gets crazy, her speed will be closer to meta than
That was
Byleth's for a
what I
while.
was trying to say, Legion. Yes.
At least she
we were
has
talking
that.
at the same time a lot.
But Vantage sweepers fall off way faster because by nature people want them dead as soon as possible because they're very annoying.
Well, I think
I'll hate
it's-
fighting her for a little bit, but that's it. Huh?
I think it's even harder this time because, as you pointed out, everyone's having Hardy Bearing out now.
Yeah. I mean, you only
Yeah,
get one
that
Hardy
is
Baron
the
unit
truest counter.
I agree,
on a team.
but at least
And
people
also, yeah.
are actually using it. A lot of times before, people didn't even bother using it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
directly proportional to how annoying the Vantage unit is. How often Hardy Bearing will come up on a unit that comes to counter them. And yes, for
Ike is a fake Vantage unit, so Hardy Bearing has never fallen off because of that. I will say, at least the blue meta that's trying to counter Ike is Erica's time to play, but that's it. So, you got your
Well, so is that
anti-Ike
honeymoon period.
your anti-Ike counters. That's Erica. I guess.
yeah, she'll have that period where everyone's trying to counter Ike, and then she'll be able to kind of swap in and be like, "Oh, you have a blue unit? Okay, I'm just gonna kill you." So
And then she'll fall
that much
right
is
back
true.
out, and people
She's a
start
huge
using Ike
upgrade to
again.
Brave Marth Vantage Sweep. This is one of the reasons why I'm down in the game, because Marth was such a disappointment. Once he got his refine, I was so disappointed too. And then yeah, he just completely fell off. But yeah,
I still hate fighting him sometimes, but yeah, as
if
far
you're
as
not prepared, sure, he's still annoying. But
Yeah.
most people have so much stuff in store for him nowadays. There's so many ways to
Right.
counter him.
he doesn't have the speed preempt version of Vantage, so he doesn't have to worry about a stat check. But
He
on
does
the
have
other
to worry
hand,
about the bonus check.
the stat bonus across
You can
3
lose that
allies.
easily, yeah.
Yeah, first of all, I have to set that up somehow. Not exactly easy. Second of all, super easy to lose it.
Yeah, you can get it stolen as well.
The allies could die. An ally. That's all it takes.
That's
So,
why this game is so annoying to me. It's just like all these concepts just get shat on so quickly.
depending on the unit, but most time, yes. Exceptions exist, not the rule.
Alright, anyways, we sum it up. I'm skipping CYL. I'll wait for that.
Also the demote at the end of the banner. Yay.
Bruh. But oh, Kyle, we don't really know what his weapon yet is. I know that you thought we'd be able to identify it, but people have not really.
Not a
Oh yeah,
bird.
Kyle. No one knows?
Nope, it's an attack def weapon that might stat scale, or you might have clash.
Yeah,
As a
it sort of
main
depends. It
unit.
looks like a new line of weaponry, at the very least.
New line
Yeah.
weaponry.
Not, I
As
mean, it's
in-
going to be a seasonal weapon rehash.
It
but
just
could
sounds
be
like you guys are
body.
mentioning Ally Lance instead. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, it's going to
No,
be
I
something. It's going to be something more modern.
Yeah,
like
it still
I
has to
know
be more
that.
modern. I know.
I mean, what was it? Gmo was thinking that it could be Winter Rapier, so that'd be funny. Attack
Oh,
Def
wow.
Unity to parallel his brother in arms with
Yeah,
a
that-
speed
Yeah,
Def
I guess
Unity
Arthur.
weapon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against that.
That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, that'd be okay. Or I think wasn't there one other thing that people were suggesting, Legion? Now I can't remember exactly.
Wind
Which weapon it
Trivax,
was.
the
Oh,
infinite
yeah.
tech def scaling
Which
up
Club
buffs.
and Fuga.
Yeah,
Clash or Catch. That'd be pretty cool.
yeah. If it's Clash as a main pool,
Clash
first of
would
all,
be nice.
sorry to
Frederick
people who
has
thought of Frederick, but
Mhm.
that'd be kind of nice as a main pool unit. I'm looking forward to it. I've been waiting for Kyle and Ford for a while, so
Yeah, I
At
was
least
wondering
like
if they
one of
would.
them.
Yeah, if they'd come in kind of paralleling the whole scene Kent thing. They like pairing the Cavs together when they come in.
Oh, and do you know the GHP, by the way?
I heard it's the Grado General, the final one.
Oh, yes, it's
Yeah, Glenn.
Last one.
Finally.
Alright, I guess we'll quickly check that out before.
I don't think we have art or anything, but yeah.
A little cool thing about Amelia that I wanted to point out, just because it's funny, is that the reason her A slot is Obsidian taxes because it's literally just what Dusel taught her. Like, and that's the reason Dusel's standing there, is that he's I guess canonically
They
now.
would have just put anybody there, but alright. You're giving them way too much credit.
But Obsidian is literally his title.
No, the whole
That's
point is
the
that
title
Yes,
of her
I
A
know.
slot, and in their supports, he trains her, and
Yep,
or
that's-
that's at the very least he learns from. She learned from him back in the day.
the only thing that's really interesting about how it's implemented is that it's also attack death penalties. But
Yeah, I guess it is.
we'll see how Dusel the Obsidian gets his refined to parallel that.
Yeah, I'd be curious
Here.
if he does any of that.
Alright, here
Probably
is
not
your
DC,
GHB. Here's Glenn. This is your
Or
next.
my brother.
Will he be a Wyvern Lord?
Yep,
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So if he gets a perf, this might be interesting.
he will be a Lancer Sword Flyer.
He is, again, the last of the 6 Grado Generals to be added to the game.
Is what it
First
says in the
one-
Oh, they
trivia.
already
Were you
updated
reading that off?
No, I was... oh, well.
It's
That was
literally the
added
trivia.
like just now, like literally, like within the
Oh
last
my God,
couple
yeah.
hours.
Yeah, those wiki guys are fast.
they are. Yeah.
That said, the first one was Valter in 2017. So, about
In
time.
quite some time, yeah, since he met his killer.
Yeah, Glenn isn't even actually a boss, technically speaking. So, this should be interesting. Every every Grado General except for Kellic has a perf, and Kellic gets his refined soon. So,
Yeah, literally next month.
we'll see if Glenn holds up to that. Because, again, we also have to remember his brother's Gormag, who is one of the best GHB refines. I can only hope Glenn tries to keep up with that, because I think that'd actually be really cool to round him out.
It'd be cool. He didn't really get enough screen time in Sacred Stones for what he deserved, in my opinion. So I'm
Absolutely.
really excited.
Considering everyone is fought otherwise, yeah. I'm honestly excited for this. I thought last year's Sacred Stones GHB would be Glenn, but we got Vigard instead.
Yeah,
So-
people were complaining about that. I remember.
In hindsight, don't mind it, but I'm really looking forward to this one. It's one of the last major characters I wanted in Sacred Stones.
And Sacred Stones doesn't have a lot of characters left in general. They only have 4 main roster playable characters
No, I
left.
don't want to hear that.
And
They're,
then-
they're stretching things out so much now.
Well, that's why
absolutely.
I'm saying it exactly for that reason, because that's why they're
They
stretching it
could
out. Yeah.
5 years, for all I know.
This please don't last 5 years. Holy crap!
Yeah, 4 characters in Sacred Stones, please.
You realize we'll have like 5 extra Ericas. They'll just keep releasing an Erica or something.
Oh boy.
Yay! I mean,
I heard you like
Awakening
Sacred
got-
Stones, which means you like Erica. So just
Erica, Ephraim,
didn't even-
Erica, Ephraim,
even
Tana,
use her.
Marshall, Erica.
when I played through the game, I went on Ephraim route. Screw Erica. She does no damage.
oh man,
That's true, until she promotes.
it should
Yeah, and
be
then I just
Tune
kept
Marissa
using Ephraim.
instead. Man, you know how people. No one's gonna.
Should have just been
Oh,
Ephraim. It's
that
literally
reminds me
his
of the-
voice.
I meant to tell you this a while ago, Nims. I don't think you saw my chat message back then, but
Uh.
do you remember that Marissa person who challenged your defense last week?
I read it later on. I was just like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
Oh, okay.
some FaTuber, but like,
Oh, didn't
Some
I think
small
I fought them in Summoner Duels as well the other day.
Yeah, they're just a big Marissa fan. I think they fought my AR one time too, and lost.
wow.
Yeah,
You're
they
really
also
showing
lost.
them off well right now. Congratulations.
I
Sorry.
mean, hey, they already lost against you. I'm just
No, they
mentioning
won. They just
what
lost the
happened to me.
hero, but whatever.
Oh well, yeah, they won, quote unquote. Yeah,
One sack play.
I don't know. I never take one sack play unless
I don't like it.
yeah. I only do if I literally like.
have
yeah,
to.
there's
Like
something
there's
that
no
forces
timer
me
or
to.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Erica
much.
effectively has 10
I've heard
holds.
no ladders,
Just the
which
10th
is,
one is in
rare
waiting
sight.
mode.
That used to be more common for me. Thankfully, it's become a lot less common.
Erica's 10, also 10th one is just in the waiting. Yeah, like no one questions this. The obsession with this game to release lords over and over again. It's an addiction.
Yeah.
With
They know they sell, and so they do them.
Like Dorothea, getting an Altel 3 times. But
Yeah. Three Houses will probably get a banner in September. That's all I can say for it.
And then people
Hopefully
will
Dorothea
moan and
finally
complain
gets in.
about it, even though that's
even
like
though they
one of the
haven't-
few banners they have that can guarantee doing okay at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been long enough.
Right. It's been, Three Houses was only a month earlier, or a month later than our last Sacred Stones banner before this one.
Okay.
So that's why people were thinking it was either Three Houses or Sacred Stones.
Before we end things
Both
off,
had waited.
I want to hear what is one positive thing that has happened this year in Fire Emblem Heroes in your eyes, and don't just say free shit. That is such a low bar. Any game can do that. Something meaningful, please.
Infantry tanks being usable.
And for me, I would say having the option to turn off the terrible description length. I think that was this year, right?
Yes, that was this year,
That
and
was
that one
this
I
year.
absolutely agree with.
Okay, I guess it's okay. This is so low. I was trying to end it on a good note.
Well, if we were to say something that I like specifically
5 skill
about-
inheritance spots. That's
Okay,
actually
yeah,
possible.
that's a very positive one, yes.
Sure. The reason why I didn't like Legion's first one was because Summer Fjorm last year did exist. And Fallen Byleth last year was notable still.
Still didn't like them too much.
Yeah.
Well, you like Legion after all, and Legion is a different type of unit.
Even when Legion was at his best, still wasn't super reliable.
It's true.
Well, as of last year's best.
I was hoping someone would say something crazy, like, oh, the story's finally good. That would have been meaningful, but even if it was crazy.
They finally made the meta stable at last.
Yeah, no, stability. You know, it's okay, just keep side grading things, right? Like, people will still accept that because it's a character they like more. But I feel like they've lost all the people who
it's a
care about
balance
characters at this point.
Sort of is lost, yeah.
Job stability? What?
Job stability. What?
I was asking about Fire
What
Emblem
is he
Heroes.
on?
What are you talking about?
Why is he so obsessed with your job? I don't get it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's been this long since you had a job. Oh,
Yeah,
been
I don't know.
like,
I honestly
very
don't know.
weird and parasocial.
The big thing on American media right now is about your presidents. One's a madman and one's going senile. They're both old. One's getting assassinated by a sniper rifle. One's getting assassinated by old age. Like, and then we get Sugma, who is just going senile already, and he's not old.
What combines the two? He's a madman who's going senile. So I guess he should be president in that case.
I really pray for you guys. What is this? I can't help but
I said the
mention this.
random phrase because someone said stability. It's like, that is literally
That's
what
literally
a
being
crazy person
schizo,
would
dude.
do.
That's literally how it works. If someone says hot dog and you think of a hot dog eating contest, okay, that's less schizo than what you're doing, but that's still pretty bad.
Yeah, but it'd be like someone says, "Hey, I had a hot dog for lunch," and you'd be like, "Oh, like
You
hot
kill
dog
pork?
Friday every second Friday." Am I right, guys? Haha.
Yeah, it's just something that's like... I started the stream off by mentioning that the other day I was playing Nikkei, and I was saying, hey, did you guys pull for Rosanna or Sakura, the summer characters in Nikkei? And I'm said, okay, I'm just asking because I'm going to do some Fae in the background. And then he asked me if I pulled in for the Celica banner off stream. Even though I wasn't talking about Fire Emblem Heroes. I was playing Nikkei.
Next level of
Any level of talking that I would relate, he makes connection to, he thinks is actual context, which makes no sense. People had to bring out, like, oh, you don't see me talking about Nikkei every time we're playing Fae. Like, no one else does this except for Sugma. Sugma, please get yourself checked out. Like, no one else does this. Do you guys, look, I know if you don't pay attention, you're gonna think, man, this streamer complains a lot. It's literally the same guy. It's just one person. No one else does this.
One guide 1 million times. He is incredible.
Yeah, like I'm sure if people don't pay attention, they think I just complain about every little thing. I don't. It's one person over and over again. Literally anybody else, I'll let it go. But We've talked to Sugma about these things so many times. He doesn't care. He doesn't listen. It's insane.
Nope. And then we get to the point where we talk multiple times in multiple weeks about like how he doesn't listen and how he doesn't care. So it feels like deja vu.
Yeah. Sugma's been muted more than anybody else, by the way, chat. I like every stream, practically every stream he gets muted. And sometimes he should get muted more, but there's no mods there to mute him. That's how bad it is. And he still doesn't learn. I don't know how it's possible. Like, dude, these things happen, you're just like, well, it's just fine, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Like, no, there was a point to it. But you, like, never understand the point of anything, it seems like. Miss Monterham says, as a long-time viewer, I still understand that, dude. Yeah, exactly. Most other streamers would have just perma-banned someone like that already. I keep telling him this! Sugma, I'm just gonna ban you. Because most viewers aren't gonna pay enough attention to realize I've been talking about the same guy. They're gonna keep thinking I just complain about every person. You realize that, right? Most streamers are very casual viewers. They will not identify that you're talking about the same person over time. It will literally help me out so much just to ban your ass. So please, for your own sake, stop. Or you're going to be forced to be stopped. Master's power creep is somewhat tame though. I guess it helps there's no PvP mode. The thing is, a gacha game doesn't have to have power creep. And power creep should not be the end game or end
all be all.
The end goal to make money is through power creep. It is one of the dumbest things you can do to your game because it'll burn your players out. What you should do is Fire Emblem Heroes has such an easy path. Why? You're not on your own. Your game is based on a bunch of different games with characters from a bunch of different games. There are so many ways to do this. I don't know why they don't. They always half-ass their efforts. For example, if they took just a story segment from like the actual game and played it out in Fire Emblem Heroes, and people are like, oh, they do that for GHB. No, they don't. That is not remotely the same as what I'm talking about. That is such a half-assed way. Like, there are good ways that they can integrate Fire Emblem Heroes into their actual games to boost sales on an actual game and to get people who enjoy the actual game to come to Fire Emblem Heroes. But because they're afraid of making this game too similar to actual Fire Emblem, they want this game to be pick up and play as they write Yu-Gi-Oh! Length text, and actually longer than Yu-Gi-Oh! Length text. Like, they've completely lost the plot. At this point, they should just commit to making this game like an actual Fire Emblem game. Is really what they should be doing. Otherwise, what they believe is the only way to make money is just to keep power creeping, which doesn't work. That just burns your players out. They should be trying to like get people to keep stay of this game through story, through character interactions, through throwbacks to actual parts of like Fire Emblem games, and through integration between Fire Emblem games and Heroes. Not power creep. Unfortunately, whoever's leading this thinks power creep is the only way to go, so. Right.
Classic IS.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. At the end of the month, Sword of Convallaria is coming out. I hope you guys give it a try. I'm already in the talks to be back for another sponsored stream for them. I am very much looking forward to it. I think that game, I know it won't take off. You know what? Like, tactics RPG games as a mobile game thing has been around for a long time. They've almost all failed except for Fire Emblem Heroes. You need a big IP at the back of it to actually be successful. But you don't play a game just because it'll be successful. You play a game because it's fun. And I'm absolutely positive Sword of Convallaria will be more fun than whatever Faye is nowadays. Faye was not always like this, but it is definitely like this at this point. You know what I mean. Basically what Astro Tatteris was looking like, yeah. I want Astro Tatteris to release already. You know, I didn't think I'd still be like playing Faye this much. Because I swear to God, I thought Astro Tatteris would be released by now. I thought Girls Frontline 2 would be released by now. And I didn't even know about Sword of Convallaria, but it will be released at the end of the month, so I'm hopeful. It still kills me that this game made more money than Mario Kart Tour. To be honest, Mario Kart Tour is also a very lazy effort. Does that even make sense? Like, we all give Nintendo so much props because they have such good game developers, but then they're so freaking bad at mobile games. The best mobile game under Nintendo flag, chat? It's Dragalia Lost. You can't argue otherwise. That was a complete effort. But that wasn't done by Nintendo. That was Cygames. So the best Nintendo-made game was what, Faye? Animal Crossing, Pocket Camp, or whatever the heck they call it. Like, it's rough, dudes. It's probably why they stopped making mobile games. Honestly, there's no reason for them to stop making mobile games. It's just they don't know what they're doing. So I don't think they're trying, and I think they've stopped trying a long time ago, which is the biggest issue. Alright, it's weird this is the only successful Nintendo mobile game. Depends on what you define as success. I would technically argue Dragalia Lost is a success. It did make like $300 million. Alright guys, it'll be an easy stream tonight. I will do Arena tomorrow. Haven't even been caring about Arena. You know,
bonus. Woo.
One more crown. I wish I hadn't built. Like one more crown or one more chair or something doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I wish it still did, but like it's just ridiculous.
As long as I get my 20.5, I'm happy.
Alright.
That's basically my attitude as well.
Been that way for years. But I don't think I've ever not been that way now I think about it.
Yeah. Alright, anyways, is there anything big in Faye next week?
Next week? Let me double check.
Or this week, depending... You know what I mean.
I mean, yeah, technically
immediately
this week.
know of.
Let's see. Fortune Bonds, blah blah blah. Bonds of Loki comes back. Woo. Hollow Forms for Valentia should be in the update, I believe. So that starts on the 22nd.
Oh yeah, that will have, I believe, both Milla and Duma.
Supposedly, yep. So that should be fun to look into. And that seems to be about it.
Seob, thanks so much for following. Has there been any talk of a new Fire Emblem game?
No. Besides
Do you
the
think they'll
constant
ever
rumors.
release? Yes, the rumors. Everyone keeps saying it'll be the next. It'll be the next Nintendo Direct, and then it's been how many Nintendo Directs?
I mean, the answer should be inevitably yes, that something will happen, especially if they run out of IPs that they're working on, because they've been constantly releasing games for different franchises, but when? I don't really know, I'm just kind of here for the ride until it happens.
You know, I'm legitimately so confused by what's going on.
Paper Mario, take that as your next Fire Emblem game.
It's
Same
by
graphic
IS after all.
You realize IS has like hundreds of employees, right? Like this is why none of this makes sense. What are they doing? Where are your games? You know what I mean? How do you have I think several years ago or a year ago we talked about IS putting up a they were hiring. They were trying to like expand because things were going well. And I was always wondering what happened to those employees. What the fuck did they do?
I don't know.
I legitimately don't know. It's a studio of hundreds of employees, yet it feels like they've been doing nothing, which is insane.
197 as of 2024.
Yo, what hero should I pick? Green one, blue, gray, or red for Star Hero? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the Choose Your Legends? Because it changes based off of each of them, and I don't know which one you're talking about.
There's a couple of them that you get to start with.
Join our Discord. You can ask people in Tactics Room or in Fey Lounge, and people will definitely answer you. Because
Oh boy, Fey
I'll
Lounge.
see it if it's in Fey Lounge, and
This is
anybody
always
else will see it in
kinda fun
Tactics
right
Room.
now. Did you know that the paper Mario community
Wow,
is
Legion, I'm
still more
glad you're
fiery than
available in
FTT remake?
Tactics Room for
This
all.
is just screwed as a whole.
wait, why was TT Thousand Year Door done badly? Because I've been thinking about playing Thousand Year Door, but
Yeah, what happened there?
yeah, I can't
hear
tell.
I haven't heard.
I
I
haven't heard
haven't
anything
heard
bad.
many people saying it's been bad. I think
Yeah,
it's
what?
been mostly positive.
I know people. Well, no, I've heard people being upset with it, but I don't understand why.
I have,
Yeah, I
but I haven't heard a definitive reason beyond like
I
a
haven't heard
couple
anything.
very,
It's
very
a
Seriously.
slight
remake.
things.
How can you be upset about a remake? That's the confusing part to me.
Right, it would have to be really poorly done if it were.
How do you even do a
worth
remake
getting upset
badly?
over.
And
Is
it's
it
not even
controversial stuff about the writing being more true to the Japanese version? 'Cause
Well,
if
yeah,
so,
that's literally the only thing I saw that was.
Just gonna
at
say
all
they were-
like the
controversial.
writing.
That's-
What the fuck?
dumb.
Dude,
Uh,
it's
the
Paper
writing
Mario.
has-
The
it's a
writing
little
was
less.
never top notch. Come on.
No, it's actually the fact that the writing was a little more unrestricted in the Japanese
Yeah,
version.
basically, it touched on a culture war issue that some people weren't very fond of. A character,
And also,
Also
it gets a
video
little more
games.
risque and like the jokes are definitely a bit more unhinged in some places, but
right.
still,
I
the
can't
fact
tell.
that
Vivian
no,
is
Nintendo
straight-
writes
something-
like
Did she stay trans or she's no longer trans?
Yes.
Like, where's this going?
it
stayed-
wasn't stayed.
wasn't in the original English translation, and then this one is closer to the translation and thus is again.
Yeah,
Who the fuck cares?
So people are getting angry. I know
Great
it's
question.
so stupid. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, chat. I legitimately don't care. It's not about.
Online, this is a dev company.
but what happened? I'm
as a
still
whole at the
just
moment.
confused about that.
It's not that I don't care about trans people or something like that. It's just I would never play a game and think about a character's age, political affiliation, sexuality, gender. Like
No,
who
it's
the
just part of
fuck
the
Yeah,
cares?
it just doesn't. It's not. It's supposed to factor in. Yeah, it could be
I
a small
appreciate-
facet of the story, but it's like whatever.
What is
Like,
this
at the end of the
obsession to
day,
label people and label things? I don't understand that.
I don't get it, and people
I
get
appreciate
upset when there's a
inclusion.
certain label thrown on. Like it's just, you know. And if it's more accurate to the translation in this case, like I'm actually all for it because
And I will
having
say-
something that
Mario
Go
RPG
ahead.
writing is actually pretty good and pretty fun.
it's not bad by
Like,
any means. It's good in like the fun way. Like it's nothing insanely
No,
deep
it's
most
not-
of the time. But
Mario,
it's
come
fun.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I'm just happy that the writers have some time to have fun when it comes to those games, but still.
That's true.
So all I'm hearing is just crazy people being crazy. That's all I'm hearing right now.
Yes, basically that's the
Pretty
only
much.
criticism I've heard of it is people being weird. Yeah.
People who
60
are upset
FPS
mostly
and
complain about the
translation
60
drama.
FPS and translation drama.
Oh
There's
my
much more
God.
praise than complaints.
So the fact that
It's
a
an
remake.
RPG. Why do you need 60
Oh, yeah,
FPS?
There is also great quality.
There have been a couple
writing
people who are
changes,
like, "Oh,
which
this one
palliates
music
some of the
track sounds a
original's
little
level
weird." I
design
remember there were a couple
issues.
people saying that, but
I mean, that's gonna happen
It's like-
when you hear the same track for 20 years and then you hear it a
yeah,
little
the
differently.
remake tracks always get that.
I mean, that
divided opinions. You know?
when the Xenoblade Definitive Edition came out, I was a little weirded out by the actually orchestral versions. Took me time to get used to that. Does Paper Mario have a 60 FPS problem, or is it the fact that it's in 60 FPS? Because I know the GameCube, people like the nostalgia of 20 FPS locked.
Oh god, the
Dark.
nostalgia goggles can go way too hard for some people.
I didn't play the original, so
Nor did
I don't
I,
have to worry
but-
about that.
I like.
Oh,
the
okay,
original,
30 FPS on Squish, fair enough.
But I don't understand. Like,
It's not that.
that's not a big
necessary.
deal. That's just like, hey,
No, that's-
that kind of sucks. But again, it's an RPG. If it was a shooter or something, yeah, that's a big deal. But an RPG is
Yeah.
you're pressing A. Why do you need 60 FPS to press A? Like, come on.
I mean, there's some timing
Yes.
in Mario. Like,
Yes.
Yeah,
you have
There's
to
timing,
jump,
but it's
there's
not. It's not
timing.
like you're watching a
It's
bunch
not
of like
much.
cutscenes or something. Yeah.
I always forget that the GameCube could do 60 FPS.
What? Most GameCube games were 60 FPS.
Yeah, I just keep forgetting that.
I think it'd be one
it's
thing if
supposed
they
to be
did
in
like a
it.
Path of Radiance remake and it was really low FPS, but a Paper Mario remake and it's low FPS.
Well, Path of Radiance low
Especially-
FPS doesn't matter either. It's
Now
it's
it matters even less.
Yeah, it matters even
gameplay-wise.
less.
That is okay. Fair point. Maybe not the best example, but I think I just mean from a visual perspective. I think there's more going on.
Wait, are you saying it's 30 FPS on Switch and 60 FPS on GameCube? Okay, then what were they doing? How did you port the game into 60 FPS? It's actually harder to like double the frame rate or half the frame rate. You just keep it the same because the game logic breaks by changing the frames. It's usually how it works. So I'm surprised they have. Okay.
Is it 60 FPS on docked? That would be 30 on docked. That'd be kind of scary. But
I don't know. I know the Switch has had some real problems with FPS over the years. So
yeah, usually in handheld.
Right.
I don't know.
No, it just says it'll just straight up be 30 FPS.
Oh, that's weird. I mean, from what I've seen, it doesn't look like it impacts the gameplay.
No,
badly.
it doesn't. But like,
people will still care about FPS at the end of the day.
Okay, look, if people care about that much, just emulate the original. I don't know what else to tell people because the original doesn't look bad. This isn't a game that you can actually like make HD.
GameCube always look. A lot of GameCube games actually hold up pretty nicely. It's no issue to go back to the old days with that one.
All right, so I looked it up, and they're saying there's tangible evidence that it was necessary for them to do it at 30 FPS. Okay, if that's the case, great. Just go back, emulate the first game on GameCube, and you're good.
If that's what you really care about.
There is also a widescreen hack.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
So I don't even know what people complain about. You're not losing anything here. You can't be like, oh well, the new game is widescreen now.
Yeah, it's a 16:9 or whatever.
Yeah, like no, who cares? You could just use the widescreen hack. It's not perfect because the game wasn't designed to be widescreen, but it looks pretty good to me. And again, the graphics don't really improve. So what the heck do you want? Just go pirate the game then, you know?
Yeah, no, but honestly, when it comes to GameCube and Wii in particular, I feel like that's like the peak to be emulating because it was so well put together.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's my feelings on it. I don't know. Don't people have bigger things to be annoyed about in this world? I always hear these things that I just don't understand. Yes, I get upset at people like Sugma, and he doesn't really matter. But like, I don't think about it.
Oh, it doesn't.
I don't think about it. I don't voice it out in the internet. Like, I don't make it a crusade or something. Like, come on. What is this? I just don't understand.
Especially if it's stuff that genuinely is a problem, that genuinely like needs to be addressed. I mean, of course, you can benchmark that however you want, but this stuff it's just petty.
Yeah.
Like, and to have that genuinely like considerably drag down an opinion of a game like that, again, vocal minority and whatever, it just doesn't sit right. That's the way I see it.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I'll say the same thing for Faye, but slightly copium there. But I'm here to enjoy a game. I'm just here to enjoy the game. I'm just here to enjoy. Even if I have legitimate gripes, unless they are serious, I'm not going to be constantly fretting about that, constantly putting my opinion out on the bad stuff. If I have to bring them up, I bring them up. But otherwise, I'm just going to enjoy it and say what I like. That's what games are for at the end of the day. So, if it's a little flawed, so be it. And even then, some of these flaws, frankly, they're just disagreements, not flaws.
Okay, well, Gmo says, citing example something made by us. Yeah, okay, to be fair, it is on topic because we were talking about what has IS been doing. And yeah, I mean, that is fair.
Exactly what they've been doing.
If they made the remake and they couldn't even keep the FPS the same, that is very disappointing. It's not the biggest deal, because again, I'll just argue, just emulate the original game and not pay for it. And so next time they'll learn their lesson because they'll want your money. But yeah, outside that, I don't know what they're doing. This company just seems incompetent, but yeah. Thousand Year Door is a good game, IMO. Yeah, I agree. At the end of the day, genuinely. Okay. Alright, let's call it a stream. I was going to take it pretty easy tonight.
Hooray.
But yeah, next week, nothing much. So yeah, next week that's good because then I can focus on the subathon.
Yep, just not trailer, data mine tomorrow. That'll be the only big thing.
I don't even know if that matters. The only character I want to see is Amelia.
GHB.
And the GHB.
Yeah, that'll be the thing we know nothing about. Other
What's up to
than
avoid
Lancer
things like this in the
Sword.
future? No worries, Gmo. That was fair. You're not like Sugma. You actually learn your lesson, and you actually are considerate, so don't worry about it.
What was the thing that Gmo did?
No, he brought up the tangent.
I
That
see.
was in your door.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know either, but all I remember is I didn't read anything significant. And
Yeah.
lo and behold, it
No, I
wasn't
just heard
significant, so-
overall praise. So good to know my validations are validated. Okay, then. That's
That's a redundant sentence, but I give you a pass because if I didn't, that would be very hypocritical of me.
Sugma, you do deserve the double standard, because unlike everyone else, they don't make a habit of it. It's like, if you go down the gun range, and there's no warning, you just start firing, and people are like, that wasn't your cue, and you keep doing it. Other people, if they did it the first time, they would get a talk down to. But the other people, but you doing it multiple times, you just get booted out. That's just how it works. You get hit with double standards when you make a habit of fucking things up. Alright, whatever. I am done. Let's go raid someone, call a night. I'll try and actually edit a video on time. I was gonna do some Nikkei stuff tonight, but I need to make sure I get up early for work. Jeez.
Oh boy. Let me close this out with something, maybe it's a little political, but it's something very funny. Trump finally commented on, those pictures that have been taken of him. He said, a lot of people say it's the most iconic photo they've ever seen. They're right, and I didn't die. Usually you have to die to have an iconic picture. Words of wisdom.
He might... He's already running against a weak opponent, but with this thing, he might be guaranteed to win. So.
He might just landslide win, so we'll see.
as stupid as that is a way to win. Yes.
Yeah.
Why did you win the election, sir? I did not die.
And how many other times did everybody not die? How many assassinations didn't go through? Granted, this one was close, but still.
I don't know. Americans always tell the world that they're the #1 democracy, but assassinations are pretty common. Or like assassination attempts, bribes.
Right, mostly attempts these days, but every once in a while one goes through.
But I mean, to be honest, I think Iraq would beat Biden at this point because he's taking himself out of the race.
Basically, that's the problem. Yeah, especially after the shooting, the campaign's just going into hibernation mode. So, yeah.
All right, let's raid someone. By the way, chat, I'm Canadian. I'm gonna have to keep mentioning this. I'm not pro any candidate. I don't care.
You don't
They're
have
not
any
my
stakes in
president.
this.
They're not. Yeah.
We're close enough.
Impacted
It'll matter.
indirectly, I guess. Yeah, snow Mexico.
I'm just worried that Biden forgets which year it is and he thinks it's the 1800s and then he has to take over Canada for the Manifest Destiny or some shit. That's the only thing I'm worried
about. Yeah, that's right. Mr. President, sir, this is not the 1800s. Oh, come on, Jack. It's 1896. I can do whatever the hell I want.
That's the one thing I'm scared of with Biden, because I've listened to some of his speeches and he just forgets what he's talking about.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. We'll see. If he loses, he'll have deserved it for his narcissism and not stepping down.
I actually like how there's been Democratic politicians asking him to step aside or they'll get smashed.
Yeah, no, I appreciate them.
I appreciate that people actually have enough brain cells to say the obvious. Because usually they're like, oh, you can't go against the party, you're a traitor, or whatever nonsense, even though it's completely true.
Right. They decide to actually do that.
It's happening on both sides, and that's what I find hilarious. But
that's also true, yes.
Yeah.
That's true. It's actually happening a bit on
like, dear God, we all just want this to stop!
There's some consensus on that, yeah.
That's all I care about. Just enough of the clown show.
I wasn't wasting you guys' time. I was finding someone to raid. I've decided we're going to raid Netomorph. She is playing Mega Man right now.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. More Mega Man streaming.
Classic or 3D?
she's playing Mega Man 03, but it doesn't really matter because her goal for this summer is to play and beat every Mega Man game. So if you guys like Mega Man, give her a follow.
A lot of games.
I know, it's insane.
There's times when saying my obvious
Still,
much
admirable.
brain cells.
Yeah.
Balls Nemdar.
All right, what's her raid message?
I don't know Mega Man well enough to come up with the reference for it. Something about blood sucking? I don't know.
Oh my god, you're so lame.
What?
I just because you're you're a vampire streamer. That's the only reason I said that.
Yes, if we find this, wait,
That's
must collect all the energy resources. What, Mega Man?
that is also so
That-
schizo. Oh my god.
Wait, it's the only reason I said it is because it ties into your theme. Oh, whatever.
Okay, chat. What? Say night raid. Oh my god, guys, please help! You guys are the worst.
Good night, chat.
I wish you didn't get a Legion. Now I just don't think it was the right thing to say.
I was trying to think of a more important line from that amazing cutscene from Mega Man, and I just couldn't remember.
All right, good night, everyone.
Adios.
Good air.